Oh, thank you for the follow, Big Entry. Is Big Entry a pun? And I will start soon. I'm just letting people trickle in. Is Big Entry a pun on like an ent from Lord of the Rings, or is it like an entree? And I am mispronouncing it, which could also be the case. I'm not great at pronunciation. But welcome to the channel. Oh man, my voice has dropped like 8 octaves today. Alright, looks like we've got... What the heck do we got here? What resume am I reviewing? This is a full stack front end, back end software. That's not how that works. Okay. I get why people do that, but I need the specifics, unfortunately. So, oh man, that is... Alright, so we're looking for anything. Okay, well, away we go. Oh, is the music not playing? Let's see, chill hops. Let me fix the music real quick. Chill hops music. Okay. Oh, that's weird. Let's redo that then. Sorry, I want to make sure y'all have the music, which I think people like, I assume. That's because it's annoying to listen to someone talk a lot without it, I guess. But yeah, okay, the music. Let me fix the music. Every single time there's a issue. Let's see. That's resume. That's resume file. This should be it. Okay. Can people hear the music? Just want to make sure. Just so there's something to do during the gaps. Oh man, why is this not working? Okay, maybe... properties, lock volume. Alright, well, I'm going to do the next one in a couple of seconds. Let me just see if it's actually playing the music. So, if anybody can tell me, that would be good. Because it shows it not, and I don't know if it's actually doing it, because my computer could be lying to me. And then we're going to go with this front-end full stack to everything resume. Okay, yeah, that's not playing the music. Interesting. Do I have it on mute? Huh. Interesting. I'm not sure what's happening. Well, I'll give it another couple of minutes to try to fix things on the back end. And if I don't get it, then I guess we're going to have a no music stream, unfortunately. So, yes, and I know this is why people tune in, is for technical difficulties. All right. Okay, there we go. I think that fixed it. Yes, weirdly enough, I had to turn my microphone on, my headset on for it, and that somehow changed it. So let's go to this resume. This is a everything resume, which doesn't work. I've been applying since August of 2024, and I have about 450 applications. I've had 2 recruiter screens and 3 coding interviews. I want to pass the first phase. And they're not sure what they can do, but they can do things better. So, alright, well. Okay. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4. For this resume, we have, I don't actually know. Sorry, just got a text message. We have a full stack, front end, back end software developer, which is not how people view them in the market. So they have been applying since August 2024, and they've had about 450 applications, including November and December, where again, November, December don't really count. They've had 2 recruiter screens and 3 coding interviews, but nothing went past the first phase. Okay, so they never actually talked to the hiring manager, which I'm assuming is because they're trying to do full front end, back end, and full stack, and not specifying. But they've updated their resume by watching some of their videos, and but they think they can do better. So the very first thing, and I've already harped on it a couple of times, is in college, from what I know, again, I'm not an actual coder. I cannot tell the difference between C and Java if you put those lines of codes in front of me. But from what I understand in college, based on the people that I've talked to, you as an engineer learn basically everything, right? Like you learn front end, you learn back end, you learn full stack, and then there is a disconnect though, because once you actually start trying to apply for companies are going to want a specific stack. So as you said up here in the thing, which is you're looking for full front and back, which sounds weird saying that out loud, is why you're going to fail. You need, if you are truly looking for full stack and front end and back end, you need 3 different resumes. A singular resume that is both full stack, front end, and back end is going to fail. And I know you're going to say, well, full stack is both back end and front end. Yes, but how recruiters and hiring managers view engineering resumes is they want somebody very skilled in it. And I don't know how skilled they actually are, because that's not necessarily part of my job, but managers want you to be specified. So someone that puts in a full stack resume for a back end job, the manager will be like, yeah, I just don't care about the front end, and they're probably not as good on the back end that I need, and they're going to get rejected. So your first issue is that you need 3 resumes, not 1. And even without looking at it, that is already going to be a problem, right? So that is arguably your biggest issue. Before I even look at the resume, is that your resume is not specified for front end, back end, or full stack. You need to pick one. And you can make like 3 resumes. That's fine. I actually think that it's a good idea to make, at the start of your search, a couple of resumes for each job title. And for anybody who's a non-coder, this goes for you as well. Job titles are resumes are job title specific. If you try to make a generalized resume, you will fail. You will always fail making a generalized resume. Your resume should be targeted towards a job title specifically, or alternatively, a job title's niche, such as front end, back end, or full stack. Even in recruitment, if I wanted to remake my resume and send it out to people, which I would have a high volume, I'd have a sourcing resume, and of those 2, I would also have an internal and external recruitment resume. So some job titles sort of combine, such as like social media manager and potentially social marketing manager, but your resume needs to be job title specific. So I can look at this, but I don't really care, because yeah, like you're not having the stuff that I need for any of them, right? So this right here would be a little bit for full stack, but I'm missing JavaScript. Yes, I know JS is for JavaScript, but I'm missing JavaScript and I'm missing TypeScript, which would be the main things for full stack. And for front end, would be missing just pure JavaScript, which would be JavaScript and a couple of other stuff. I think some of the other videos I've had it. And back end, I don't have enough because I don't have a primary language. The SQL is good, but that's about the only thing I can really find. So, and maybe this is a front end dev more because you can look for the Next.js and maybe they want that. But this is why this fails, is you don't have the keywords for any of those 3 that you put in. And your formatting's off also, but like the formatting is not a huge deal. The biggest issue is your resume is not targeted. By and large, that is the issue that is hurting you the most. So. And I can just scan this, and yeah, I am correct. These need to be in the bullet points, and they need to be specific. If you're doing front end, it's going to be JavaScript, HTML, CSS, and maybe some JS as well, and SQL. If you're doing full stack, it's going to be this right here. If you're doing back end, it's going to be this. So your resume fails from the get-go, regardless of the bullet points, because it's not specified. And there's not much else I can review on this, because even when you send it in, you said full stack, front end, back end. So make 3 resumes. They don't even have to be crazy different, but the qualifications for each are different. So that is what I need you to do, and let's move on to the next one. Ah, Clem, you gave the dog a treat. Okay, do I have any more treats? I have to go downstairs and get a treat. Hold on. Thank you, Clem. Because I forgot to bring up the bag. Okay, I found him. He recently changed everything in the house. So, all right, what do we have? We have turkey bites for you, Bear. I mean, I've seen you eat garbage, so your palate is not very much. Hey, love. It is going. I took too much caffeine yesterday, and stay. Go get it, good boy. Good boy. Wow, you caught it before it hit the ground. So, I was up till like 5 in the morning. So the solution for that is more tea. How is everybody else going? Good boy, Bear. Yes. Wow, you caught it. It didn't even hit the ground. That was actually really impressive. So, all right. And then I'm running into issues with Indeed, which I am upset about. Indeed is a nightmare to use. It's just, they keep flagging me as spam, even though that is not the case. The jobs are real. They are existing, and I have been fighting them on and off. So I have to make more calls today and tomorrow about it, because they are real jobs. They exist. And Indeed keeps flagging me. I wish there was a better tool. I put the salary, I put the benefits, I put the everything else, I give the job description, and then they... I've never had any more troubles with an external site than Indeed. Indeed is a nightmare on the recruitment side. Okay. So yeah, how does everybody else be going? How is everybody else? That's the words to which I should have used. Okay, this is a full stack. Let's see. Thank you, me, for putting in the keywords and saving them. Okay. Because that is the part that takes the most. I'm actually getting so many resumes. I may have to make each of these videos like 6 resumes instead of 5, which is good. I can get longer videos because right now I have enough to fill up to like episode 77. And what am I at the YouTube right now? What is the episode that is posted this week? No, don't hear me talk. Nobody wants to do that. We are up to episode 62. Yeah, so I have like 2 weeks worth. That means I may need to start making these videos longer. So, which heaven help you all. I appreciate you watching videos about me and this channel talking about resumes. So, let's see. JavaScript, TypeScript. They did not say anything. Yeah, no, they just did unknown, so I have no idea how much this works or not. Oh joy. All right. And away we go. This is a resume of a full stack software engineer. They did not give me any information. They just said full stack dev. I am assuming because this is an internship and this is where they graduated that they are looking for their first full-time position, which is fine. So what we're going to be looking specifically for full stack, as we kind of hinted at the other video, was TypeScript, JavaScript, CSS, HTML, Node, Angular, SQL, React, API, REST, any type of cloud. Also, any type of SQL is fine. PostSQL, PostgreSQL, whatever. I never like saying those words. They're so hard to say. Agile, CI/CD, and then if you have an extra language, it would be beneficial, and Git. So, I don't know any of the ratios or anything. They just sent it in. So, formatting-wise, this can be simplified. There's a little too much bolding and too many lines, and this takes up too much space. But, again, that type of formatting error is kind of low on the list of problems with the resume. So, IT intern. This is a weird title. So, contributed to the development and enhancement of internal tools. Like what? Focusing on data integration, employee feedback systems, using a JavaScript, okay, Google Apps Scripts, Google Sheets API, and GCP. So specifically for GCP, you should put in parentheses after it cloud, because it's possible the recruiter doesn't know that GCP is, cloud. Oh, I hate my acid reflux. Spearheaded a cross-departmental effort. You spearheaded an effort as an intern? In like 3 months, you spearheaded to... Okay, that sounds weird. Don't overhype. Like, I know a lot of the common resume advice is to, like, show your amazing, show your everything, but, like, you don't want to overhype yourself, because this looks weird that you said it's an intern. Like, you could just say rebuilt, you know, a or was a part of a cross-functional effort to redesign a database by using SQL and entry-level relationship diagrams. I don't know, entry-level relationship diagrams is not something they'd be looking for. Independently explored external services and APIs, kind of company needs. Again, you wrote your sentences weird. Your bullet points are not terrible, but it really feels like you're overhyping yourself here, and it's not great. Especially, and here's another issue, which is sort of relevant towards the last resume as well. This should be, what type of IT intern? You could just say like software engineer intern or whatever. So you actually have a lot of the keywords here, which is good. I am missing HTML, JavaScript, HTML, TypeScript, CSS. I do need more HTML, CSS, and TypeScript if you're going for full stack. But API is good, GCP is good. Just remember to put after that in brackets that say cloud so that they know. But yeah, and then provided a guidance decision mastering courses, that's fine. So yeah, I mean, these aren't bad, actually. Again, and your projects are solid. I think the big issue is it sounds like you're doing a lot for an intern, which is going to make people a little sus. So dial it back. Just say what you did, right? The people that really need to brag in their resumes are more managers, because they need to show how they succeeded. You don't necessarily need to brag. You just need to show why you did it. But like, contributed to development enhancement is kind of weird. Just like built or assisted in building internal tools such as X, Y, and Z using X, Y, and Z. So I can actually see this resume passing. Again, like I said, the formatting may have an issue. There may be some other stuff, but it's not huge. So yeah, just kind of solid. You're just missing a little bit of the keywords like CSS, HTML, which you do have down here, and MySQL, which is good. But it's possible due to the formatting and how you wrote this that they may not go down that far. So, but otherwise, I think it's solid. And I could actually see this passing. So let's go to the next resume. You feel like your resume is the only non-tech one? I mean, there's just a huge downturn in tech. I think there's a program manager, then software. There's a finance, front-end dev, software developer, admin assistant, senior director. Oof, that one's going to be interesting. I mean, it is 75% tech, but I mean, I did a cashier a bit ago, so it's also, I think, partly the case is if I use the word software engineer in the title of my YouTube video, I get like 1,000 views. Oh, the admin assistant is yours. Okay. Yeah, we should get to that today. Definitely. So that's like in 6 resumes, I think. So all right, now we have to do an IT project program manager, which I don't know off the top of my head. Good. Notes are good. All right, so this is Twitch resume reviews. This is that. Oh, this person sent it in as a JPEG. All right. So what did they say? They didn't give me any information. They just said IT program manager. All right, well, darn. I have to find the keywords to this. Bear, what are you doing? There's no more treats, sir. Why are you over here by this side of the desk? You're trying to fit. You're too big. You're a big boy. You can't just fit under desks anymore. Yes, you're an old man. You're a healthy weight, but you're still large. You large. All right, so this is, let's see. IT program manager would be technical program manager, I'm assuming. Let me look at their actual product manager, senior product manager. Okay, so product is specifically. They said program here, but they have product. Are they looking to move into product manager from program manager? Because there is a slight difference, but I do know people use them interchangeably. Because they, okay, whatever. Program manager IT. Oh, hey, Foam, how's it going? Responsibilities, education. So we do need a degree. That is a qualification. Do I have this saved? Project manager, data scientist. I do not. Okay. Degree. Cross-functional. Man, every single time. Everybody wants cross-functional. Waterfall. Whoa. They want waterfall. That's rare. Haven't seen waterfall in forever. As an actual qualification. That's interesting. So, I changed preview images. Wait, what's a preview image? You mean on the YouTube channel? Or this? If I did it here, it's not intentional, actually. I know I did it on the YouTube channel, but here was unintentional. Seriously, waterfall is kind of shocking to me. So, understanding of project management. Asana. Enhance, exceptional, convey. Yep, here it is. Technical concepts to non-technical stakeholders. That is critical. Oh, yeah, the YouTube. Yeah, I'm proud of that. It took me a while to figure it out, but now I can knock them out. So I can just knock out a bunch of really crazy, creepy thumbnails because I guess that's what people want. There's no water in there. I need to refill that. So, okay, solid and mitigate risks. So, yeah, I feel like this is going to be the same. All right, and PMP, PMG, PMP. I'm still shocked this one has waterfall. I mean, for people that don't know, like Agile, there's like 3-ish ways, which is Agile, Scrum, and Waterfall is kind of the old version of it. So it's kind of interesting to see that here. And Zoom, PGMP, academic, program, technical pro. Is it going to be the same? This is the case of where like the same job title may mean something else. And this is why I kind of hope I wish they were here. Wow, that does not seem like that's paying a lot. 74 to 90K. Oh, I'm in the wrong view. That's why. Okay. Okay, and then how you lead. So there's a lot how you lead. Okay, I think that's sufficient for this one. I hate this formatting. All right, they have 75 to 1 ratio. That's what they said. They gave me nothing else to work on, and it is a JPEG. So this is a resume of an IT program manager. They did not give me any details. They just said their ratio was 75 to 1. Also, something that is not going to show up on this video is you sent to me a JPEG. Don't send JPEGs. People have a misunderstanding of what the ATS can and cannot read. As long as it's a PDF or Word doc or Google Word doc, whatever it's called works as well, you're fine. But JPEGs may not be read. So, please, 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 if you're sending it for real, do not send a JPEG because they may not actually be able to read your stuff. So what we're going to be looking for is a lot. This is going to be less of a keyword resume and more of a qualification resume. So, and that means I'm going to need you to show, like I kind of mentioned in the other video, I need you to show me how you led. I need you to show me how you use the resources at your disposal with limited power to accomplish your responsibilities. In addition, here are some keywords that are nice, but not all of them are as important as each other. Your degree is good. Cross-functional is important. PMP and PGMP is very important. Waterfall, Agile, Scrum. I was actually shocked some of them had Waterfall. And then the rest of these are bonuses, but these are going to be, I'm going to highlight these real quick. These are the main keywords themselves. But other than that, you need to show how you explain technical concepts to non-technical shareholders or stakeholders. That is going to be very, very critical. So with that, let's look. Also, I hate this formatting. Don't make it fancy. Don't make it this fancy. This fancy ain't good. I don't like it. It's harder to read. So PMP and PSA AWS Certified Project Manager Operational Leader with 10 plus years managing large-scale tech implementations. This is actually fine. This is, again, managers are the kind of high-level managers are the people that can get away with a summary. And a sort of a skill section, although I don't know if you really need the skill section because you kind of already said it here. That I can't click on this because it's a JPEG and I had to convert it to a PDF, but these are sort of saying the same thing, so I would maybe just keep the summary here. Also, make it more boring. Please don't do all this fancy stuff. And I hope you have your actual phone number here too. So let's go to this. Directed the end-to-end development of a HIPAA-compliant patient monitoring app, achieving a 93 adherence rate, improving recovery outcomes. Cool. That is incomprehensible. That is a bad sentence. Spearheaded collaboration among robotic engineers and software developers, selected MVP in 10 months for robotic rehabilitation used by patients. Better, but still a little bit not great. Designed an IoT security framework using HIPAA compliance for reducing downtime incidents. Okay, cool. So here's your problem. Your first job here does not tell somebody who's non-technical what they need to know. The first person reviewing your resume is probably not going to understand this. Why is it important that you achieved a 93% adherence rate and improved outcome? I don't know, and I don't really care. What I do want to know is how big was this project, right? How much money did you save? I need comparison. Your bullet points are not great. You basically did not tell me much of anything here because you still need to follow the what, how, and why rule that I have. And right now you're just telling me kind of the what. I didn't see that you managed multiple projects at the same time. I didn't see that you managed a team of 12 or you convinced shareholders or stakeholders. I need those kind of things. This doesn't really tell me anything. So, like you say large scale, I need to see it, right? Because over 500 patients is variable. Is that impressive? I don't know. Because for a small mom and pop store, yeah, that's crazy impressive. For Google, no, 500 is a drop in the bucket. You need to show me why it's important. And you did not show me why it's important. You did not show me what I'm looking for. I want you do not have a ton of actual power, but you have responsibility. I need you to tell me how you said, convinced a cross-functional team of engineers, directors, stakeholders to sign off on a $13 million budget, which I actually ended up shrinking the budget, and I did it on time, and I had a schedule. These bullet points are not good. Led a collaborative research initiative on brain control exoskeleton, improving motor function recovery for... Again, I like this fact. I like what you've done. This is a good thing. You are a good person by doing this, but God, I hate saying this. This hurts my soul to say. How is 40% within 6 months impressive? I have no context for that. If patients already recover 30% in 6 months, maybe. I don't know. You didn't give me where you could have just said previous. But again, this is not what I'd be looking for, which I really hate saying because that's actually a very good thing that you've done. Executed 12 POS studies across 60 medical institutions, driving 100% increase in sales growth within a year. Okay, this is why you're having issues. This is a phenomenal sentence right here. This is your best sentence in the entire thing. And you actually show that it is a 100% increase in sales within a year. That implies that based on previous years, it's an increase. And that's something they actually care about. Secured $20 million in Series B funding. Good. By presenting to over 50 global investors, accelerating. This is also fine because it shows you works with stakeholders. The problem is no one's really going to scroll all the way down to here. I think the reason you're getting interviews is the people that are actually scrolling down to here read this and then move you forward because these are fantastic. I need you to write the rest of this like this. because right now I ain't getting it, man. I ain't getting it. Senior IT develop cloud budgets between. There we go. Perfect. Yeah. I don't know if people can actually see this, but your senior project manager down here, these are very good. Your second and third jobs are fantastic, but the first one is not great. And this is also why it's not great that you have this strength summary here, is they probably stop reading it. Also, degrees do matter. They do want somebody with a degree and certain certs. It does say you have it, that's fine, but remove the strength summary and just put your education, right? Or maybe some of the certifications. But yeah, your biggest issue is your very first job shows us basically nothing we need to know. So, and the formatting's way off. Your formatting is hurting it as well. But if someone is managing to read down here, which I know is kind of getting cut off, but they'd probably move you forward. So yeah, I could maybe move you forward because I usually do read that far, but if it's highly competitive and there's a ton of applicants, it's possible they're going to stop reading at this part. So let's go to the next resume. Oh, they're also missing Agile, I realized. I think so, yeah. Okay. I mean, those bullet points are actually solid. I wish they didn't do it. Hey, Firebrand, I am exhausted. I decided to take caffeine later yesterday to stay awake for the stream, and I didn't go to bed till like 4 in the morning, so I am tired, and the solution to that is more caffeine. So I am sleepy. Which is also why you notice my voice has dropped like 2 octaves, is whenever I'm tired my voice goes down an octave or 2. I have no idea why. It's not intentional, it just does it. Time to play with Bear to get energized. He will wear me out, right? This little pupper is gonna wear me out. Look at him, he's already tired. He's sleeping like that. He just looks so ridiculous sleeping under the bed. I love it. It makes me smile so much to see him in that awkward pose. We're both old, Bear. Oh, are you getting up? You don't need to get up, sir. Okay, come on, come here. Okay. All right, there you go. Yes, hi, you're a good boy. Let's see, what do we have next? I mean, it's mostly software engineers. Oh, cybersecurity, I'm not really qualified to find the keywords, but cyber specialist. Seems like the software market is hard right now. Yes, it is. They're 1 in 50, which actually isn't terrible. Oh, that's a thing. That's a formatting. So, but how are you all today? Also, I was thinking of, because I'm still trying to think of channel point rewards. I think I may actually increase the cost of the skip the line button. But I was thinking maybe like a big reward could be like I react to a certain video. Would maybe be okay. So I'm still trying to find better rewards for it. And I don't want them to all be bear focused because there is a limit to the amount of treats he gets. I'm not going to overfeed him. Again, like I'm okay with 2 or 3 treats per stream because he is a big dog and I break them in half. So, but I'm trying to think like maybe react to a video. Howdy, I got so many rejections today. Oof, looking forward to my resume review is so bad unless you reviewed it on stream. When did you submit it? Because right now we are reviewing things that resumes on that were submitted on the 28th. So, February 3rd. Okay. No, we're not gonna get it today, but maybe Monday ish. I had a lot on that, so yeah, I think it's gonna be Monday then. Maybe late Monday or early Tuesday. Yeah, I need to play around with the other reviewer rewards later this week. Let's see, project manager. We haven't had it like 2 minutes, so I'm gonna get more water. But what the hell do we have? We have a cyber, because they just said cyber, but cyber is too broad. I don't. Cyber specialist is too broad, right? Because cyber specialist is gonna ping up a bunch of stuff. Like, oh, it pings up nothing. That's worse. Really, it pings up nothing? Cyber specialist pings up like nothing. Huh. Okay, I don't think I can actually review that because I don't have enough keywords. And that's already something I'm not strong in because I've not done cyber. So. Bear, bear. Come here. Hi. Oh, let's do that over there. Hi. You were a good boy. Don't lick my foot. Okay. Ugh. What are you doing, bud? There's no crumbs. You don't get crumbs. Yes, I know. I know. Okay. Okay. Butt scratches. Butt scratches. You like the booty scratch. I don't know why. Okay. Okay, yeah, because I cannot look for cyber. There's too much. Okay, this is the resume. And then this is just software engineer, but I don't know. All right, we're back. Also, a funny bear story that'll be funny for y'all is I was actually tired last night, right? I was in a moment of clarity where I feel like I was going to sleep, and then all of a sudden, as I was putting on my CPAP, I feel a wet nose pump up right here, and it really woke me up. Because Bear decided that was a good time to stick his whole head in my armpit for some reason. He will randomly throughout the night just decide that it is pet time. So. Okay, this is cyber. I mean, I'm really... Like, I know off the top of my head how to find a different software engineer. I don't know enough about cyber because it's a bunch of different keywords. So... I'm going to have to do the best I can with this. Seems like software market is hard right now. Yes, it is. All right. So this resume is for a software engineer / cyber specialist. So here's the thing. I need people to pick a job title, and I need it to be singular. Because I looked for cyber stuff, and I don't know cyber off the top of my head. I've not recruited for cybersecurity. That is an area of IT that is lacking. And I could not find the jobs for it. I'm sure they'd have other names, so I have to do software engineer. And this person has a 1-to-50 ratio, which actually isn't terrible for software. It's bad. Software developers are rough right now. Software engineers, it is rough. Market is still not recovered from late 2022. So that is the only thing I can judge it by. But as this is a rough market, 1 in 50 is okay. Again, it's like C-. It passes, but barely. So, achievements: led the design of microservices, implemented Google's open source ST, deployed Docker models, created fast API, configured cron jobs, skills, experience, worked closely with the team. Okay, so your formatting is off, and weirdly enough, so I've talked about this once or twice. There is another resume format that does work. The problem is it's a nightmare for me to teach, and if you combine both versions of the resumes that I know, they end up worse than the sum of their parts, and that's kind of what you did here. Your bullet points are actually solid. C is a keyword, microservice is a keyword, S2 is, I believe, a keyword for AWS, although I would wish you just put AWS. Then machine learning is also a keyword, Docker is a keyword, and oh, here it is, AWS. The capitalization is off, which is actually solid. But then it's hard to read because this is all there is to it. And you like, especially because you only put one job, you could just put these here. Your formatting is off. Your formatting is hurting you. Your bullet points are actually really solid. The only thing I'm really missing, I think, is SQL. which, yeah, I'm only really missing SQL, and .NET maybe. No, you have, and where's Agile? I know it's there. Yeah, your formatting is off. You tried to combine two different things, and truthfully, this is also the case again of your bullet points are great, which is compensating for your bad formatting, because bad formatting is not the greatest sin you can commit, because your bullet points are fantastic. So use my formatting, please. Use the one I have on my website. It'll actually help. I think you can get your interviews from like 1 to 50 to like maybe 1 to 30, 1 to 35 with that. I do need to see SQL, and your spelling on Amazon Web Services, just put AWS. I think that's good. So SQL and AWS. I'm not sure if there's anything else I'm missing besides maybe .NET if you have it, and a bullet point of how you worked in an agile environment. But yeah, overall, this is good bullet points, bad formatting. So, but I can definitely see how you could be moving forward with this. So, yeah, good bullet points, bad formatting. Fix the formatting, your ratio is going to go up. And if you're going to ask me how to apply for cyber, I don't know enough about cyber off the top of my head. So, unfortunately, I can't help you with the cyber. But this does passes. This does passes. This does pass. So, let's move to the next one. How long did it take you to get used to the CPAP? It only took a couple of nights, but that's because I wasn't sleeping before. They said I had like 68 issues per minute or something, or per hour. So I had like an issue and a quarter or something every minute. So I had some real problems with CPAPs, but it actually got me, it took like 2 or 3 twins. They told me, yeah, twins. What CPAP machine do you use? Because I know they're very different, but I use the AirResMed one, and it did actually take me a couple of masks till I got the right one, because I think they gave me this small first and it just did not fit because I have a big old head. Yeah, ResMed. The mask may be off. That might be a case, because if it's too small or too big, it's not gonna work. I will say it is annoying though, because you can't really sleep on your side, but it may be a mask issue. And I did try some of, and I really hate saying this is not a product endorsement. The ResMeds are probably designed to fail their masks, so you keep buying them, and they're very expensive. But I've tried the off-brands before, and they just don't work. Which I hate, because they're stupid expensive, and they're designed to fail, but the other ones just don't work right, which is probably by design. So... oh, right. Hide that resume. That is good. Videos. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to, like, increase the number of resumes per video. Gosh, these are going to be, like, 40-minute long videos. That's insane to me. Yeah, I sleep a lot on my front, so it's tough. Yeah, that was it. I'm normally a back sleeper, so... hey, Fruitdilla, welcome, welcome. My week is going, I think, well. So, yeah. So far, so good. Ish, except for Indeed issues. I'm not gonna rage on it. It's... curious if you have any advice, opinions on how often to follow up with a recruiter if you have done the phone interview and it's past the time they said. Give them a day. If they directly gave you a time, give them a day or two. That's also specifically why I don't give timelines anymore, is because I would give them a timeline, I would follow up with the manager, and the manager wouldn't get back to me for 3 days. So it's also possible, like, if they do not give you a firm answer after that, it's because they have not gotten it from the manager. There are a lot of cases where someone's like feedback, and I have to say the equivalent of, unfortunately at this time, the decisions are still ongoing, which is basically keyword for, manager, please let me know I need to move them forward or decline them, please. So, but a day or two after they give you the timeline. I think it's the frequency of it, really. It's really the frequency. Like, if you follow up 2 times in the same week, no. But once every other week, I think is okay, especially if they gave you a timeline. But if they really do give you the line of, we're still ongoing at this time, it means the manager hasn't decided yet, and they're essentially the fall guy for that. So see. Yeah, no worries. I mean, like, again, that's the thing of they said they would do that time. They need to at least be held to it. That really is why I don't give firm timelines anymore, and why I don't say like you're great or anything. I say, okay, if something happens, I will let you know. Because a lot of times I just have to do it. And there are other been times where I'm like, hey, this is a really good candidate. You've said you'd like them. I know you want to see more. Can we please move forward? Because there's not a lot like them. And the manager's like, well, we'll see more. And I'm like, no, I can't keep them hot for so long. Which is what recruiters call it, is when we keep a candidate warm or hot, is we make sure they're still invested and they haven't gone to other companies and they still want to go through the process. Because we know that keeping a candidate warm is very needed. And there's a lot of times where a manager said, hey, can we move forward with that? And I said, no, they sent me an email today saying they moved on. So, and it's usually a case of the manager. So I've had to tell manager before, like, look, candidates have, this is something I tell managers, so I don't know if this is going to be directly applicable to y'all, but candidates have a shelf life of three weeks. If they are not basically taken care of or given feedback, or alternatively moved forward after 3 weeks, they have a high chance of spoiling. And by that I mean leaving or being upset with the process, which is understandable. Understandable. Wait, wow. Where did that come from? Chicago the musical. So, but truthfully, a lot of issues people have with recruiters are issues with managers that recruiters are taking it on the chin that they have to be the fall guy for. Which I find is most of the cases. Unless they told you feedback. Which is also why I think giving false hope is a huge bad red flag in recruitment. Is you never want to give a candidate information that you cannot guarantee. And you cannot guarantee a lot. So never make a promise. Basically in recruitment, don't make a promise because chances are it's not up to you and you can't keep it. So under promise and overperform is the way to go. And I can now know enough about Recruiter Corpo Speak to know when the manager is the one who hasn't moved forward yet. Or it's something hit their budget. All right. Let's see. What is this person's ratio? Unknown. All right. Well, let's do it. This is a resume of a software engineer intern. They have said they haven't given me a ratio because they've applied to a couple of internships and haven't heard anything back. So I'm going to assume you mean actually a couple and not a lot. Getting an internship is a nightmare. A real nightmare. You really need to do like, okay, so I've said in the previous video as a software engineer, 50-1 is like a C- in ratios of applications to interviews. In interns, because of how hard that is, especially for software engineer interns and how competitive, 50-1 is kind of like a B-. So I hope it's not just a couple, because you will need a large amount of applications to start getting it. And what we're going to be looking for as an intern is basic knowledge of the tech stack, so it can tell at a glance what you are, mainly just basic knowledge of the tech stack, ability to work well with others, and takes direction and criticism. So your formatting is off. Don't do this. This should not be blue. Your entire resume should only be black and white with the exception of your contact information. That is the only thing that should be in partly blue because the phone number is going to show up. Everything else should be black and white. This should be down to 2 lines max. There's nothing here that I need it to be 4. And then this does say intern. So developed a microservice. Microservice on HP SaaS platform using Node.js, MongoDB, TypeScript. That's fine. Kubernetes to interface with cloud service providers. I think this comma shouldn't be here, but otherwise that's a fine sentence. And automate certification rating, significantly cutting IT expensive. I don't know if you even need to do the significantly cutting IT expensive. You could just leave it at this. This is actually a fine sentence. I actually really like that. Work closely with stakeholders, clarify requirements and timelines using. Yeah, this is fine. My guess is you just need more volume because this is actually really good. I actually really like this. This is a fine sentence. I would prefer 3 bullet points for this. I think every position needs a minimum of 3 bullet points. So, but these are fantastic, and I don't think you need this section right here. But this is actually how you do good bullet points, because this right here shows the basic tech stack, and it also shows that you can work well with others, specifically because it's stakeholders. So I actually really like these. These are fine. Improve the user experience of an app by streamlining the UI using React and JavaScript. Yeah, to cut the number of minute clicks to get the task, that's fine. Develop 2 backend services using Flask, and I'm not going to pronounce that one. I don't know if this is actually a keyword. The generated and host documentation for the company's firmware projects and integrating the company's CI/CD. Yeah, these are fine. These are actually really, really good bullet points. I think you may have, you just need more volume and your formatting's off. But these are very good. I am missing a little bit of the primary language here. So I do know you have TypeScript, and I do know you have JavaScript here, but JavaScript needs to be with HTML and CSS, and which would imply sort of full stack developer for this. But these are very good. Worked from the front end, React to the back end, Flask PostSQL. Yeah, solid bullet points. Like, I don't need to go farther than this. Remember though, this is highly competitive. So, and the way ATSs work, and here's a huge myth, is ATSs will screen you. That is not the case. ATSs sort people by the order they applied in. So this is a phenomenal resume, but if you applied to, I guess, you applied late and you were candidate number 75, but they found enough people to interview and hire in the first 30, this resume, despite being fantastic, would not be seen. So I think you just need to change up the formatting a little bit, not even a ton, just remove the blue and remove the line. And yeah, other than that, I think that's fine. You just need volume, because quantity and quality both matter in resume applications. And if you are getting a resume, if you are getting an internship interview every 30 applications, you're fantastic. You're ahead of the curve. That's phenomenal. So yeah, that's all I can really say. Bullet points are good. This seems to be more like a formatting issue episode. I did not plan that, but yeah. But overall, nice resume. The formatting, like I said, is not the greatest sin you can commit. And even though I don't like the formatting, it's not going to detract too much from the bullet points. It detracts a little bit, but so yeah, just apply often, apply early, and fix the formatting, and I think you're going to be fine. So next resume. Wait, is there another resume? No, this was the final one of the video. No, not next resume. I will see you all in the next video. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you like this. It helps me out. And if you're in my Twitch chat, do not leave. I'm not done. This is just the end of the video. See you all next time. That was actually a really good resume. Do you by any chance go through requested resumes on stream, or only through them in order? So, Slombibo, which is a phenomenal name. I love Slombibo. I love weird names. They're great. I go through order of submission, but there is a channel point reward to move people ahead in the queue. I will say I'm going to increase that. My goal would be, if you've watched like a stream and a half, you can move your resume up in the queue. So I'm going to probably rework that to make the channel point rewards more. But yeah, right now it's in order they applied, and unless you use the channel point reward. So, which is probably set too low. I'll be honest. I'm sorry, y'all. If you tell me what day you submitted on, I can look it up. Technically, I can do it via email, but that takes a bit. So if you just tell me the day you submitted, I can tell you what day we're currently on. Yeah, I'm going to have to increase I am pretty fast. I go through usually it takes about a week and a half to get it on stream. Unless I get sick or anything. Also, I did want to let everybody know, I am going to be gone the week of the 20th. So, oh, that's why I need to store resumes for there. But yeah, I think it's the week of the 20th. I am going to be on vacation for about a week. So, don't panic if you don't see me for a week. I will probably do light stuff on Reddit or something, or maybe a YouTube post. January 27th. Oh, I think we may have done it this stream already. You might have missed it. Um, yeah, that might have been it. We did it already, potentially. Yay, finally can watch the stream. Sorry I couldn't make the past one. How's it going? It's going well, Quicksilver. But yeah, also, Slomby, I made my name Adam Smasher. Yes, I actually did that. That was on the last stream. It was close to the end of the stream. I did do that last stream. Here, I will give you the link to my other YouTube channel, which I will put this stuff on. Stop me talking. No, people don't want to hear me talking. They want to hear me talking. Here, this is the full VoD channel. So I don't really look at the comments for this, and I need to upload it. Let me make a note to upload the stuff today, because it takes me a bit, but you should see that show up soon. But you can also look in the past streams. It's still on Twitch, so you can look at that. But it was yesterday, and I think it was towards the end. Mainly because I do remember Adam Smasher, because it was great. I recently was playing, actually, Cyberpunk. We were talking about who did you romance, by the way. I did Pam Ann. So, and I'm very close to the end of it. I've done like every side quest, and now I have to meet the one person, and then we're very close to the end of the game. But I did in fact complete the expansion Phantom Liberty. So I basically have like one quest left, and I've done anything. What date are you reviewing now? The 28th. The 28th. So. Yes, we did this. This is good. Hide that. Software engineer, which is almost all software engineers. Which doesn't shock me. Okay, that's good. We have an intern. All right, another software engineer intern. So, but also Slumbibo, if you look, can I actually show this here? Hold on. Okay, nope, no double me talking. That's not what I want. Pan Am was a close one. You had to do Ruby. That's fair. That's fair. I really thought Pan Am was awesome. I really thought that was cool. She was great. Okay, so yeah, after this stream ends, you can basically just look at the past VODs and check out yesterday's VOD, because Twitch saves them for 2 weeks, and that'll be yours. And then after 2 weeks, I will upload it to my other channel, so you can see your review. So, software engineer, they are a recent grad looking for a software engineering position, mostly focused on back end. Gotten 1 to 2 interviews, been searching for about a month. That's actually not bad. So, perfect, sounds good. I'll stick around though. Yay! But anyway, KRK, how have you been? How have you been? It's been a bit, because I know the timing of the streams don't always work out. That's why I also try to do the 2 morning streams and the 2 night streams. Well, I guess because I'm in PSD, it's not morning for y'all, but okay, this is not an internship. This is a full software backend. Okay, I still need to know what kind of backend. Software dev backend. Oop, no. Okay, and this is the first video of this series. So we are reviewing a software engineer resume. This is a recent grad looking for their first position. They have mostly focused on the back end. They didn't tell me what kind of back end, so I don't know if it's Java, Python, or C. But they've gotten 1 to 2 interviews, and they've been searching for about a month. I'll be honest, that's not great, but it's not bad. Getting your hardest search you will ever have, and this goes across industries, not just software engineer. This goes for like nurses and actuaries, well, maybe not actuaries, and accountants and recruiters. The hardest search you will ever have is getting your first year and your foot in the door. So that's actually not that shocking to me. But let's see what we can do to maybe improve it. So as I do not know what kind of back-end dev, we're going to have to see if this shows me. All right, so immediately too much bolding. There's way too much bolding in everything. This should not be bolded. It should also be, this could be 2 lines. Typically, I want it in 1 line, but you had a minor in mathematics, which can be beneficial. So maybe 2 lines, but this shouldn't be bolded. This should not be bolded, and this should not be bolded, and this should not be bolded. Too many bolding. So when you bold too much stuff, nothing is bolded. Like the syndrome meme. When everyone is super, no one is super, and there's too much bolding. So, developed an entity resolution package in Python using scikit-learn. I hate this word. I hate scikit-learn the most. It's such a nightmare to say. Achieving a 30% action in processing design module pipelines. Okay, so here's the problem. This only has 2 keywords, which is Python and skikit. I don't have no idea how to actually pronounce it, but I'm going skikit. So this only has 2 keywords, and that's not great. This also should be a singular sentence. It can be a long sentence, but do not put periods in your bullet points. There should only be 1 period in your bullet point. Should be 1 sentence. So optimized high volume SQL queries in PL SQL, reducing records. Okay. For Python, this facilitated fraud detection, designed ETLs, Python and pandas, lead code optimization. I'll be honest, these are kind of good bullet points. Here's why this is a really bad idea to bold everything. You bolded everything I don't care about. I care about Python. I care about skikit-learn. I care about SQL. I care about SQL. ETL maybe. It looks like you are kind of a Python dev. Also, here, you bolded security alerts and not Azure. Don't bold this stuff. It's better if it's not bolded. Look, you have over-engineered this. You were actually right in most of your keywords. This does read like a Python dev. I am missing maybe Docker or Django, which I would like you to add, but I have Cloud, I have SQL, I have Python, I have a little bit of the AI. And then down here I have, that's where the cloud is. And ETL, sometimes ETL could be a keyword. So you have over-engineered this and it is hurting you. Honestly, by the time this video comes out, you may have found a job, because if they get past the terrible formatting, we have what we need here. Because I don't care about the 30% increase in accuracy or faster processing. I don't give a darn about that. I care that you used Python and skikit. I care that you used SQL and you made SQL queries. I care that you designed an ETL pipeline and you generated a report with Python and pandas. IT terms are dumb. I don't care about this part as much, but yeah, you've over-engineered it. You have the right stuff. So stop over-engineering it. Make it easier to read, because the resume that stands out is the resume that gets rejected. In the interview, you need to stand out. Stand out in the interview, but not in the resume. So yeah, I actually kind of have the keywords here, and I like that. You just bolded it. Your formatting's so awful that I might have missed the things that I actually care about. So yeah, I'm even looking at my little thing. Oh, and API. I think you've missed API. That might be the thing you missed. So yeah, but it's all the way down here. So if you could put an API up here, it'd be good. But otherwise, you have basically everything I need besides Docker, Django, and API up top. Yeah. Almost good bullet points. Stop with the formatting. I could move this forward. I actually can. Even with the bad formatting, I can move it forward. But if you fix the formatting, you're going to have a way better ratio. So let's move to the next resume. And if you like this stuff, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, because it helps me out. So next resume. Okay. Doing good, man. Applying to jobs and stuff. Yeah, fair. Oh, that Bob Ross means. That's cool. Is it okay if we don't have periods and bullet points? I think it's okay as long as it's consistent. The key thing is you need to make it consistent. So if you put a period in one of the bullet points, you need to do it in all of them. But as long as they are consistent. That's what one of my old agency recruiting managers told me. Man, I have uploaded one resume before implementing your points and looking at it now. I'm sorry for you reviewing it if you've already done it. No, don't apologize. Look, your resumes are my content. This is... The trade is y'all get good recruiting advice. I get content. That is the trade. So the only reason I don't want you to submit a bad resume is because I know it's hurting your chances. That's the only reason I don't want you to submit it, is because I feel bad, because it's not helping for you. And in the time it takes me to review it, you're probably not going to have as much luck and you're going to be wasting time. But your resumes are my content, and I'm pretty honest about that. That's why I can do it for free. So One of the reasons. So, and I want to be very upfront and clear about that. So don't apologize for having a bad resume. Apologize to yourself, maybe, but not to me. The only one that really makes me mad is when somebody paid for something, and that one, I'm not mad at the person. I'm just mad that someone scammed them. So that one makes me upset. Do you have any opinions or experience with LinkedIn Easy Apply? Yeah, so here, I'll show you why your chances are lower. Your chances are lower. That is correct. But so here, right? Hi, Mark. The reason your chances are lower is just because of the competition. If the harder it is for you to apply to a job, the less your competition, the better your chances. But like, you click this button, you're done in a minute. So can all these other people. And look, there's 35 in an hour. So it's not a waste of time because, again, it's pretty quick. But the more the easy, remember, like, I really hate saying this, the worse the recruitment process, the better your chances. So I just watched over the VoD with my resume. Just want to say thanks a ton. Yay! I just got to put intern for each role. Yeah, that was it. That was the main problem. And you asked if you could use the points as standard, and you're good with that. Okay, perfect. Let me see. That was, gosh, the Atom Smasher one. Let me do Atom Smasher resume as a template. But yeah, your bullet points were fantastic if I remember right. So, Atom Smasher can use bullet points. All right, I may be posting those. I will not use the company or anything. So, I made one just literally just like yours, but in simple HTML to be modular and just port it to PDF. Yeah, again, you can resubmit. That's fine. People can resubmit. What's the tech stack or keywords if they mean the same thing here? That software engineers are expected to know? Is it just knowing as much of the tech stack as possible? No, it's that's a fair point, Firebrand. And yeah, KRK you can resubmit, but KRK, I probably need to do that. But I mean, it's really going to be your primary language, SQL, a library, and yeah, maybe one more. Like, it's really just like, as an example, would be Django, Docker, SQL. That would be most of it, and then maybe AI. So it's a very, very basic part. If you were doing for a full-time position, you'd want more than that. You'd want to get like and RESTful API. But yeah, it's basically just that. I hope that made sense. So, and yeah, I got the reference mainly because I am playing it. I need to finish the game. I have a terrible tendency to not finish video games. I will get to the very definite final and then go on to something else. And this is something I have a problem with. So, software engineer intern. I wonder if I can see one over here. Yeah, here, look. All they're really looking for is like Python. I got it at launch and still haven't finished it. Fair. The Phantom Liberty was good. I actually really liked that expansion. So, Phantom Liberty was good. Thank you. Does the list differ between full-time and back-end? Here's the weird part is usually for software engineers, interns, they don't actually specify whether or not you're front-end. Sometimes they do, but like this one might. No, this isn't an intern. This intern just says software engineering. So, look here, they just want this. They just want like Python and that and maybe a little cloud. So it's a little bit of cloud, a primary programming language, maybe a library, SQL and React, and you're good. Or an API. It's not a lot. Like here, they actually do front end, and this is they don't even. Yeah, look, React, Angular, Jest. So just any of these. So they're not as picky for this kind of stuff. So here, another software engineer, they want JavaScript framework. Yeah, framework and library, that's it. They want JavaScript framework, and practically that's it. So, and maybe building a little bit. So yeah, don't have to overdo it. I just tell myself I'm saving it for later because it's so good, right? Yeah, that's the way to do it. No, you're just saving it for a special moment. The game I do want to really play, though, is Warhammer 40k's Rogue Trader. I'm very excited for that. I really want to play that game. with my friends, and I hope they want to play it. But I love Warhammer 40k, and Rogue Trader is supposed to be like amazing. So, okay, and we're gonna have an ad in a couple of seconds, and I gotta use the restroom and get some more water. This was 71. Okay, what is the next one? What is the next one? John Smith. Okay, I believe that's a fake number. Oh boy. All right, I will be right back. I need water and restroom. Hi, Bear Bear. Come on. A wump. That's what you sound like. A wump. Okay, we are back. That's the clap for me. Yeah, this one is from Turkey. Now I remember. I was pretty mad at CP 2027 Cyberpunk, but the story itself was not bad. Just not a... Really? You thought the world felt dead? I thought it was pretty active, but... I also only played it, like, after the most recent patch, so they might have added stuff. I heard it was iffy at the very beginning. Okay. Oh no, they said finance and IBP internship. I don't... Oh no. Oh no, I may have to actually do this with them in the place because I can't find this. Okay, we're gonna go on a search. Finance and IBP, private equity internship. That's what we're looking for. Okay, cool. So private equity internships. Okay, cool. This is Private equity is included in investment banking, right? If he wasn't understanding, yeah, it got very bad reviews in the beginning. So, I refilled my water and I forgot it downstairs. Great. All right. I think this is investment banking, right? Like this is, I'm not really, this is the finance side I've not really done a ton of. So I'm assuming these are the correct ones. Investing analyst, that kind of thing. Oh man, I wish Clap for Me was here so he could actually tell me. What is this? It's so weird that this is everywhere. I don't know why they're paying for this. I can't. Well, 100 people clicked it. Excuse me. Okay, I think these are the correct ones. So, SQL, Python, Tableau. And PE, private equity and investment banking. Okay, that's what that stands for. PE is private investing. Okay, cool. I have not touched cyber, nor finance, nor medical doctors, or law. That is the things that I have not really done in recruiting. Become familiar with payment researching data sets, SaaS. Large data, written very small. I am going, okay, this weekend I'm going to change the formatting. This needs to be bigger. I'm not really sure how to do it yet without breaking the other formatting, but I need to do it. And this is SaaS. S-A-S, not S-A-A-S or S-A-S-S. I hate these acronyms, man. This is why I'm like, don't get mad at me for not knowing your acronym. I work in multiple industries. All right, associate, investment banking, promotion, highly professional, verbal, written, self-starter, accuracy, maturity. Jeez, give me a good one, please. Give me a good. Okay, here we go. At least this is a keyword. Okay, and then this is going to be stuff that is like a license, general internship, automating center, analyst intern. Was it an analyst intern? Be investment EP would be equity. I think this is correct. Yeah, I think this is right. This is. I really wish they were here so I could make sure that this is correct. Because this is arguably the most important part is getting the keywords and qualifications. And while I am an IT recruiter and I know accounting, IT, biopharma, science, that kind of stuff, I've not done this, so I want to make sure these are correct. But a lot of them are strong personal, so this is essentially brags about how you got stuff done. I think that. Okay. PowerPoint and Word was huge, though. They had a lot of them. And multitask. And then let's do multitask. And I think this is what they want. I wish Clap for Me was here so we could double check. But what are your old video game sessions right now? I still, like I said, I want to do Warhammer 40k. Oh, okay. Cool. Let me know real quick. Are these the keywords that you've been noticing? Because I'm about to actually do your resume, I think, because this is the one from Turkey. So, and I believe that was what you are. So, those were keywords, I believe. I haven't started it yet, but I've not done private equity, so I want to make sure I get the keywords correct. So yeah, if you just put in private equity internships, are most of these correct? Like investment associate, equity business development lead. I think I have figured it out, but I need to double check. So I will give you a minute or two because this is the most important part, is to make sure we get this stuff correct. So. And I don't think I could do this through Turkey because maybe I could. Yeah, no, nothing shows up. So it has to be in the US at least, where they do require the ability to work here. Private equity, pursuing green finance. So yeah, let me know if these are sort of correct, because I cannot start without it. So you know that. That's good. Also, welcome back to the chat. What time is it right now in Turkey? What time is it in Turkey? It is 11. Wow, it's nearly midnight for you. Got any advice for a career change? Like in my case, I have only my degree to support it, but my work experience. What are you looking to transition from and into? That is what matters. What are you going from to? Because that's the big thing. There's a lot of stuff that is actually cross-functional. I don't know if that's the right word. So, okay, good. Clap for me. You said that is correct. All right. So, I will clap for me. I'll do this resume review. I'm basically going to not look at chat too much while I do this, and then we can move over with it more. But, and KRK, you can submit what you're trying to go from to. All right. That's good. That's good. And because just always remember, searching for a job is very, very specific. That's why I don't give a lot of broad spectrum advice. It's very, very specific in most cases. We are reviewing a finance IB, which is investment banker, or PE, which is private equity internship. So what we're going to be looking for, and I will say right off the bat that private equity and finance is not something I've really done a ton of in my recruiting career. So let's see if we got this right. So we're looking for SQL, Python, Tableau, anything with large data, SAS. This was rare, but a Series 63 to 79 license is a bonus. This was in almost all of them, which was Microsoft Excel, PowerPoint, and Word. And then specifically brag about how you got stuff done and multitask, because this is going to be kind of like a little bit like a manager resume, and that you have a lot of responsibility but no direct power to change it. So how did you, with your voice alone, or with data, or with your team, convince a stakeholder to do X, and what did it result in? So that is what I'm going to be looking at. Also, this is in Turkey. I've never recruited in Turkey, so I hope this is still accurate. So, finance and banking student with a hands-on experience building communities and publishing peer-reviewed research, fluent in 3 languages. That is really impressive. And intermediate rounder, fast learner. Okay, so I don't know if this is necessary. What I would do, though, is your formatting is off. There's too much of everything. So I would switch your education should be up top, because almost all of them did in fact require education. So they do want to know that you're currently enrolled. So your education should actually be where the experience is. And let's see, I don't know, peer reviewed should probably be under the education. So that way that they can, it shows that you're very good at that, and they know what to do. So I think it should be education up top. And then you can make this into 2 lines. I think you only need to do this in 2 lines. 2 lines. I don't actually know if you need the associates or not, because typically what they really care about is that you're currently enrolled in a bachelor. So it's very possible that you can ignore the associates, but that may just be a difference in, where we are located. So the formatting is off for sure, and it's very hard to read. Remember, you want 10.5 Arial for everything. So let's go to the actual experience, which is designed, installed, and configured laser effects and mist systems for 60 nationwide high-profile events, ensuring compliance, automated lasers, figure templates, collaborative platforming, troubleshoot challenges. Okay, so this is okay, but it's not related. So this should actually be under your projects. What is important about this, actually, no, I don't even think you should really take this, because you've only been here for like 3 to 4 months. That actually is going to look bad. So it's very possible you should just delete this whole section. And then we will have the projects, which is co-founder, lead designer. That's fine for the finance club. That's actually very good. Served as a board member, lead designer, could be distributed marketing to audience engagement, design visual assets, permanent marketing. Okay, again, I need to know more of what you did. Launched a peer-reviewed psychology magazine within 2 months, and in production, authored and published 3 peer-reviewed this is solid, but I don't have the keywords. So remember, what I'm going to be looking for is, again, large data sets, Microsoft Excel, PowerPoint, Word. And I want to show how you accomplished stuff. This doesn't tell me enough. This is fine, but like I don't know if this is exactly what they're looking for. So, yeah, I do like this. I think this is good, and it shows that you're data-driven, but I really need to show how you convince people. I think less so than leadership, it's really looking for you to convince people. So, based on what I saw, I don't think I can move forward with this. Although, again, I'm not really recruited in this space, so... But I think there's a lot of formatting issues, and the bullet points need to be bumped up. That would be my guess based on everything I have. So I don't think I can move forward with this, but you are in chat, so I can work with you on this resume. And then let's move on to the next resume. So, but if you're, they're in chat, so there's going to be a time break between this and the next video that's not going to show up on YouTube. So, all right, back. From corporate network analyst support and an internet service provider to developer. That one's going to be tough. I don't know those off the top of my head. I mean, DevOps would be... I mean, you really have to do the same thing I do here, which, right, is you need to look at an aggregate number of these and then combine those keywords and see where they fit. Because I think there would be some overlap since you have done network support, which does actually lead into DevOps. DevOps is... There's no real thing for DevOps. Everything is DevOps, but that can help. So I think you might actually have some of the bases of those. Anyway, clap for me. Let's work on your resume. So did that make sense? Is there any other additional questions you need off the top of your head right now? With the assumption that, again, I do not know Turkey's market and I have not done this industry because I just haven't. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm not looking to see this. Hey, we hot, how you doing? I mean, that again is the main thing I'm missing is you tell me why you did it, but you don't show me it. Oh wow, what's wrong? What's happening with work? But yeah, while you type that, I will go to this other thing real quick, but I will work with you on this resume. So DevOps intern, I don't need intern. Oh, there's let me go back to the United States. See what's happening with work. Fair, touche. Why is it only giving me internships? Okay, so like what they're looking for is cloud. They're looking for maybe some software stuff and CI/CD, and along with big data. Okay, got it. How can I show you? So first off, your formatting is all over the place and needs to be changed. My recommendation would be to move education up top, right? So education should be here, then have peer reviewed, then delete the experience section because it's holding you back. Then I need to know here how you did stuff, right? I need to know how you used Excel. I need to know how you talked to people, how you convinced people, right? So co-founded this is fine as a board member and lead designer, but like, I don't know what you did here. Like, you don't tell me what the finance club did. All you say is you designed, you did like social media for them and you were increasing audience engagement, but I don't know what the hell you did. Same with this magazine. Oh, no, peer-reviewed psychology magazine is fine. But, and then production, like, you don't tell me, because what they're looking for here, right? Let's go back to the ones you're looking for. So, private equity internships. So, what it looks like they are wanting is, let me go to an investment associate, is they need you to show how you use stuff. So, I need to see that you've worked with Excel, PowerPoint, and Word, which I know you have. You've done psychological papers, and it's a lot of data. But they need to see it, right? You just need to see created a spreadsheet using Excel and copied it to Word and everything else. Hey, Bones, how you doing? Also, I hope that other streamer is streaming at the end of my stream so I can rate her particularly. So, but yeah, that's what, like, look, they want quantitative, they want to show how you do this, right? And I hope this is not the language barrier, but, you know what? I know this is going to sound weird. Let me bring up my coffee seller resume, because I think that is actually going to help explain this. So, obviously, this is not the type of position you're going for, but I'm going to use this as an example. Oh no, I can use my League of Legends one because you're new. You haven't seen the League of Legends one. Okay, clap for me. Have you played League of Legends? This is actually my magnum opus of a metaphor. Have you played League of Legends before? Very relevant, I swear to you. This is my magnum opus of an explanation. I'm very proud of this one. And then let me pull that up. Formatting, interview, common terms, resume rules. Where did it go? Bullet points. Oh, did I not do the real... Okay, I put the wrong one up here. League reference, Zoomer chat, right? Okay, cool, for 10 years. All right, perfect. I hit plat twice. So, I'm going to show you real quick what this sentence sounds like to me and what is the difference between them. So, give me a second to pull this up. This works for everybody. I want to be very clear. This is my magnum opus of how to write a sentence, and I am very proud of it. So, give me a second to make it make sense. And increase the volume so you can actually see their stuff. So, okay, there we go. Can I actually put this on? Right, so this is bad. This right here is co-founded the Finance Club, served as board lead designer, contributed to strategic planning, marketing, and market engagement. All right, so that is what you wrote. If you were trying to say a sentence, which is, when I play bot, I like to use Jinx because it's easier to get CS and I can rush an IE. You know those. You know what those terms are. Maybe the acronyms are a little bit different, but you know what those are. You know what an IE is. You know what bot is. That is what you wrote, and this is why it's a bad sentence. Because you are going to have to explain this to somebody that has never played League of Legends before. And how you would rewrite this sentence to explain it is like this. So instead of, when I play bot, I like to use Jinx because it's easier to get CS and I can rush an IE. You would say, when I go to the bottom lane in the video game League of Legends, I pick the character Jinx as she has an easier time getting gold, CS, from minions, which allow me to buy the item Infinity Edge faster. This is how I want you all to write your sentences. Because even though if somebody does not know what League of Legends is, they now know that it is a video game. They know that you go to a particular lane in it. They don't know what it is, but that's fine. They know you go to the bottom. And there's a character in it that is Jinx. And that CS is gold from minions, which allows them to buy an item. So, this is how. Okay, we hot, you don't understand still? But yeah, this is a problem right now with a lot of resumes, is you all write it like this, which assumes a base level of knowledge in the thing. Because if you told this to your parent, they'd be like, I don't understand what that is. But if you said this, they'd have a generalized idea of it. So I do, but I bet I bet my big four partner at age 50 don't. That's fair. But actually they may. This weirdly enough, and this is why this is my magnum opus, is the less you know about League of Legends, the better this works. The better this works. So, because you will tell them, hey, this is what your sentences are. And they're going to be like, I don't understand anything you just said. And then you say this, and they're like, okay, I kind of get it now. So this is, again, this is like my magnum opus. I would copy paste this, do the bad one, and say, this is what your sentences sound like. When I play bot, I like to use Jinx because it's easier to get CS and I can rush an IE. That means nothing. But when I go to the bottom lane in the video game League of Legends, cool. Immediately know it's a video game. I pick the character Jinx. She's a character you can pick. And she has an easier time getting gold, which is CS. They don't know what CS is, but they do know that it's gold that you can use to buy stuff with. So that is why that is my magnum opus. And that is largely, I think, the problem with this entire resume clap for me, regardless of formatting. Formatting is an issue. So that is what I believe is the issue. So that is what I want to see, is I want you to see, I want to have this stuff written like that. I made ADC because kids are clueless, so I abuse them by playing Jarvan Leona. That's mean. That's mean. Look, some of us can't orb walk and have to use Jhin, okay? Jhin and Smolder, for obvious reasons, are my best ADCs. Although, really, I was really a jungle main, so. Jungle and support main was what I did. So, is there anything else you need, clap for me? before I move on to the next resume. Obviously, you can still talk about stuff, but, you know, I just want to make sure. Also, I left my water downstairs. I'll get it the next break. I filled it up with ice, and then I forgot it. Oh, yeah, I've been playing Marvel Rivals, too. I like Marvel Rivals. So, it's Marvel Rivals and Arkham Horror, which is what I've been playing recently. So, accounting is big fun, yes. I mean, everybody knows they get into accounting because of all the cool stuff that happens, right? That's why people become an accountant. I'm an accounting main now. Oh god, I have to do my taxes this year. I know I have to do that every year, but I hate doing my taxes. And now I have my own business, and I'm not fully aware of how that works. Okay. No, it's been incredibly helpful. Thank you. Apologies for not being active. We have a power outage. I'll send my resume in a week when I finish editing it. Perfect. No worries. Don't worry about it. And remember, you can relook at the VoDs in Twitch or when I upload them to my other site. So, but yeah, I'm glad that makes sense. That is why, seriously, the League of Legends metaphor is my best ever. It's because even if somebody doesn't know League of Legends, they get that this doesn't make sense, but they get how this makes sense. So if anybody is struggling, you can use this, and that's why I linked it. I am very proud of this one. I'm very, very proud of it. Magnum opus. Will I ever in my career coaching think of something better than this? No, probably not. Yeah, right. I love it too. It's great. So that's why I think people should use this. The League of Legends metaphor. And it's great. Let's see. So, mainly because it allows them to understand why it's gibberish and how it makes sense. So, because a large, especially because IE sounds like a finance term, it kind of does. It really does. Infinite, I don't know what I can think of with that, but yeah. So, that's why I really like it, is because a large amount of issues, particularly in the resume, is just a misunderstanding between what the audience knows. And that is including not just the recruiter, but also the manager, because like there are managers that are phenomenal, and if a manager is phenomenal, it's highly likely they don't need to hire a lot. And it's possible that in the years between when they needed to hire and when they last hired, the slang around terms have changed. So that they may actually know the industry, but they're not up to date with the slang of what it means. And that is a very big problem that good recruiters can solve. Can you share the keywords? Okay. I want to be clear. I'm not sure these keywords are 100% accurate, but they were mostly accurate. So, because this is, again, not my domain, and it was a little tough, but it was basically how you led, how you... Okay, I want you to remember, you do not have a lot of power, but you have responsibility. I need to know how you convinced people using data, using your words, and using your research. It's really more akin to a manager resume. Not necessarily leading, but how you convinced people using the information and resources at your disposal. So like, inputted data into an Excel sheet and created easy to read PowerPoints and Word documents to show shareholders so they could do X. That would be it. So, okay. Oh, front end dev. They actually tell me. Yay, front end. I have these keywords. And you don't have to meet every keyword, because it's really just you want to be about 75%. That's kind of the rule, is 75% of them. Because it's really rare that a resume will have every keyword. But if they have most of them, and most of the important ones, that's good. Why does my nose always itch? I hate this so much. Yeah, I noticed with every non-CS job that its descriptions are incredibly... Yeah, they do. Even CS jobs do soft skills. Soft skills are important. But in particular for management, it sort of goes, the thing is like, you are in charge of X, but you do not have the power to actually do that, so you have to convince people, right? Like, as a recruiter, I have to convince managers why they should do stuff, but the final decision does not rest in me. If a manager wanted to, they could completely ignore everything I said, and I cannot stop them. So I have to actually convince them using data, graphs, previous experience, that kind of thing. And that is the key thing for a lot of these, for non-CS ones, is they want to see how you exercise your job without the ability to directly do it. So how you convinced, how you used resources, that kind of thing. And that's sort of the overarching pattern to it on non-keyword particular resumes, is how you had responsibility but you had no power. Because like managers can and have before completely ignored what I said. Most of the time they listen because I'm good, but sometimes they will just do whatever the heck they want and I can't stop them. I would have to basically use the corporate bureaucracy in a way to teach them how to actually recruit while they do not listen to me, or I have to message my manager or something like that. So, all right, we're having an ad in a second. I'm going to go down and get water because I forgot it. So yeah, it's power with responsibility without power. Bear, you're in the way. Bear, I cannot get past you. Thank you, buddy. All right, there we go. Back. So yeah, what do you do with a lot of responsibility but no power? How do you get things done? Hi, buddy. What? I'm not mad at you. No. I do love you. Why are you wagging your tail? All right, front end dev. I wish that fit. Okay. Okay, there we go. Formatting's right. Did they say anything about this resume? Nope, no they didn't. Alrighty. This is a resume of a front-end developer. Yay, you told me what kind of developer you are. That is good. So, what we're going to be lacking for, what we're going to be looking for is JavaScript, React, AngularJS, HTML, CSS, PHP, and some of them want PHP, but not all of them. SQL, Scrum, Agile, RESTful APIs, SEO, WordPress, Git, Docker, Jira, React, Vue. I said React twice. I need to fix that. Vue, Next, and any extra bonus languages. So they did not give me any other information besides they have a ratio of 75:1, which is not good. We are want to aim at a bare minimum for 1:50. So let's see if this resume has these keywords and if there's anything we can do to fix it. All right. Also down here, you should have your, if you are a U.S. citizen or green card holder, it is beneficial to put it here along with your city and state. If not, then you can ignore that part. So front-end developer with 7 years of experience. This summary does not help. In addition, you should have your education up at top. This should be replaced with your education. And this should be no more than, this is fine. This is 2 lines. That's good. So yeah, that's good. All right. Blanks leading finance advice, sending over 2 million active users across multiple web portals. It's okay, but it's not a great sentence. Spearheaded the development of new application ground up using Next.js and TypeScript. That's okay, I guess. Implemented dynamic content rendering React. Again, React, Next.js, TypeScript. Okay, so you here's my issue with this. You have 3 keywords in this entire thing, and that's the only thing I really care about. You have, okay, I'm going to say 4. CMS could be one. So you have Next.js, you have TypeScript. In fact, TypeScript isn't even that huge of one if it's for front end. It's mainly for full stack. So you have 3.5. You have CMS, you have Next.js, and you have React. I need JavaScript. I need HTML. I need CSS. I need PHP. I need mainly those things, along with SQL, if you have it. Like, you can't. So here's the thing. For software developers, you're trying to brag for a lot of this stuff, but I don't really care. Because, like, this sentence should be created or worked on whatever's leading financial advice platform using X, Y, Z, and do, which involved users across multiple web portals. Like, you have too many numbers, right? Like, it's okay to have numbers. It's okay to have percentages, but not every single bullet point needs them. And even if I look down, I only see Next.js. API is here. Yeah, where's let's see this. So JavaScript is all the way at the bottom. Okay, that's why. CSS, don't see it. HTML, don't see it. SQL, anything equal, don't see it. I mean, it's not terrible. Like, you have some of the stuff I need, but where's the basics? Remember, you're not trying to show how good you are through your resume. I know that sounds weird. The resume that stands out is the resume that gets rejected. You stand out in the interview. That is where you stand out. But in the resume, you just got to put the basic facts, because that's what recruiters are looking for. Just the bare bones basics. And I don't see a lot of those. Could I move forward with this? Possibly. It really depends on the hiring manager. But you have too many numbers and not enough keywords. I don't care that you did all this stuff. Some of it's okay, like architected, but like the recruiter is not going to understand that you reduced load times. The manager might, but you need to write your resume for both the manager and the recruiter. So please put in JavaScript, HTML, CSS. Yes, I know Next.js stands for JavaScript, but you still need the actual word JavaScript, HTML, CSS. If you can put in cloud, anything from cloud would be good, but primarily I'm missing JavaScript, HTML, CSS, SQL, and RESTful APIs, I think. Is there any API? Yeah, I prefer RESTful rather than Google Maps. So that's what I'm missing. Again, this would really be manager specific if I can move this forward. A lot of them would say, well, I don't see JavaScript, HTML, CSS, and I don't see X and Y, so we have to decline them. So you focus too much on the brags, but the resume is not necessarily for bragging unless you're in a high-level manager. So in addition, you're the lead front-end dev, but I didn't see anything about actually leading others, which is where you can brag. Yeah, I don't see that. So yeah, again, highly dependent on the manager. Most likely a no, but highly dependent on the manager. And the fact that you have 1 to 75 makes me believe that that's also part of the reason why it's not working, is you're just missing those keywords. So let's go to the next resume. I can already see the comments where they're saying, of course they know JavaScript and HTML, CSS. They say that every single time. And I'm like, yeah, but you still need to put it. You need to put it in your resume. And I already know I'm going to get a lot of people that are going to be like, grr, about that. But, like, it's basic. Like, you know what you have to do as a recruiter? You have to say that you used an ATS. Do you know how many recruiters don't use ATSs? Like 2 in the entire United States. Almost every single recruiter uses an ATS. Like, if you're a single shop agency recruiter, like myself, you don't really need one. But everybody else, every other recruiter that's internal, or even sometimes external, will use a form of an ATS. And you still need to write it down, even though it's pretty obvious that they're all sort of the same. And even if you ask other recruiters, they have the same complaint as, yeah, the differences on the back end between Workday and Taleo, I mean, they're an ATS. They're all the same. So, yeah. Duck Ficado, hey sir, is there a resume for Shahzad Mohammed? I'm desperately looking for work. Okay, would you mind reviewing that as well? I do it in order. When did you submit it? Oh yeah, if you just put it in, it's gonna be a bit. That may be next week or the week after. Assuming that's you. It's a DevOps one, right? Don't apologize about asking questions, Sloan Bebo. Sloan Bebo. That's a funny name. Yeah, I think I see it. It's gonna be a bit. It's gonna be a bit. Unfortunately, it'll probably be maybe later next week, if not the week after. By the time I get to it, it's usually gonna be a week and a half. If you stay enough in the channel, you can use channel points to bump up the queue, but it's gonna be a bit. Also, you just doxed your own self all over there. So, but yeah, Sloan Bebo, don't worry if it gets asked a ton. This is what I try to, this is why it's here for you to ask questions. So specifically here for you to ask questions, even if they're the same one. So, does the ATS do if it doesn't filter out? Okay, so what an ATS? Yeah, it's 750. I'll be honest, I'm probably gonna raise that because I think it's a little too low. I don't want it to be like everybody gets to do it instantly. I want it to be like a more like you've been with the channel for a while, so you get to skip it. Like I don't want it to be like every stream necessarily. So yeah. I'm pretty sure I got you. So what an ATS does. Let me see if I have this documented before, but I don't. I do not have this written down. I actually should probably do that. So what an ATS does. Oh, it's right here. Okay. So as a recruiter, right, I have worked, when I was at Agilent, I'm just going to use Agilent as a thing, but I'm here to censor my resume for you tonight. Awesome. So at Agilent, I worked at these industries, not just jobs, but industries. So I had software engineer, and it was about 3 of them, give or take, at a time. I had, I hate spelling this, oleonucleotide scientist. There's no way I'm going. Here we go. Oleonucleotide scientist. I had an NLP role. I had 4 project managers, I think. 4 managers. I don't know if they're project managers. I had, let me keep this up. Times 4. I had, what else did I have? 2, okay, data scientists. Times 2. I had, trying to think of the other ones, just regular scientists. Times 3. I had, what else? Not an accountant, but like a lab tech and more, right? So I had my average was 35 to 50 requisitions a month at Agilent. I filled them pretty fast. I was actually known for being pretty solid with that. And if anybody had difficulty with a requisition, they did it to me, so I was the problem solver. So even though I solved them, I filled those recs. I had on average 35 to 40 a month. I'd say 35 to 40. It depends on the year. 35 to 50. So what the ATS would do is, because I had 3 software engineers, right? Even though they're under 3 different managers, but they're all Python. So what it would do is it would send all the resumes of software engineer position 1. So if we had 12 resumes submitted here, 13 submitted here, 22 submitted here, so I could check to see which resumes they were. For the oleonucleotide scientists, I would have 223 resumes. For the NLP role, like 12. It wasn't a lot. For the manager roles, remember, we had a bunch, so that was 32, and then it was like 58 resumes, and then 18 on this one, and then 30 on this one. And you can see going down, this is what happened. And what the ATS does is it just stores them in the order they came in. So first come, first serve. So if I'd say today, I'd be like, I need to work on Bob's software engineering rec, which is this one, because this is in Ohio, and this manager rec is in Texas. I could click this and it would show me the resumes that were submitted in that order. And that's largely what the ATS does. There's more, but then it gets into a weirder, complicated thing that doesn't necessarily affect candidates. So, and then let's say I'm like, okay, we filled this role. I can then click a button and all the candidates that did not get chosen, I can reject. So same with this, I can move them forward, and then it's like waiting for an offer here, that kind of stuff. So that's all it does. It's really just a filing cabinet. So this, because like these engineering positions were in different, yeah, exactly, filing cabinet. That's all it mostly is. Now, some of the features they have is it's easier to send offers. So instead of having to manually create all the offer info, you can click a button. And this is where it gets a little more complicated that you don't have to worry about. But a large amount of ATSs are not ATSs. They are human resource management systems with an ATS tacked on the side. That's why you have to fill out all that information, is specifically because it's easier when you get an offer to move you forward. Because if it wasn't the HR part, if I wanted to make an offer this, it would take like an hour. But because the ATS, I already have all that stuff saved. It has all your information. I can move it forward instantly. So, but a pure ATS, which is what most external recruiters use, they don't need you to make an account for it typically. And that is why you make an account, is it's easier for HR to do the paperwork when you're hired. But yes, this is the purpose of an ATS, which is just to sort them like a cabinet. And while there are ATSs that have AI, most of them don't. Like if you apply to 100 jobs, maybe 3 of them will have AI, and that's it. And a lot of the recruiters, if you go to the recruiting subs, a lot of them say, yeah, I just don't use the AI because it's bad. So even then they ignore it. So yeah, that is what an ATS does, and that is why it matters in the order. The default setting is the order you applied is the order you get seen. So that's why it's important to be fast. What's insane to me is, how do recruiters deal with a job that gets thousands of applicants? Yeah, so here's how I would do it, and obviously every recruiter is different, but this is what most of us do, is if you get like 1,000, right? You look at the first 25, and then let's say so each manager or recruiter has a volume they can handle for either the pre-screen for the recruiter or interview for the manager. And let's say the manager can interview, out of these 100, the manager can interview in a single week 3 people. So I will go for the first 25 people of this 1,000. I will review them, and let's say I found 2 people to 1 person to interview. So I'd send that person to interview. Then in the next 25, I found another 2 people. That's it. I stop because until the manager says, hey, we need more people, those didn't work out, or alternatively, we're going to hire one of them. So yes, it is typically you do the first 25. Some recruiters do 20. Some just block out a certain amount of their time. But it usually is just you go for the first like 30, move those forward that meet, move that don't. If you have enough to fill up the schedule, stop, and then go to the next rec. Because remember, I have 35 to 50 requisitions on average. At PPG, I had 70, which was high volume, but it was a little bit different, and I don't want to get too into the weeds on that. So as to who started that myth, I have no idea. But it is a massive myth. I think it's because, personally, I think the myth, the people that started, is people don't want to know how apathetic it truly is. And in a lot of cases, people will make something up to feel better about themselves because it's easier if they have an enemy. But the truth is, it's apathy, right? Because I see a lot of comments that specifically say, oh, you should do this as a recruiter, do this, then X and Y. And it's, the misunderstanding is like, I don't want to be mean, but I don't care. Because out of these 1,000 people, I'm going to place somebody. And the recruiter does not work for the candidate. The recruiter works for the company. Recruiters work for the company. And the difference between the recruiter places me and the recruiter manages a requisition is night and day. Because they say, oh, you should do this and that, but they're ignoring the fact that I made a hire. As long as the manager is okay with it, I don't care if they have a pulse. That's my job. And yeah, it is easier to blame AI, but like, this is the part that I think psychologically messes with people, is they can't get that it's apathy, because they want to see that I'm looking through these 1,000 going, ha, oh, this resume is so bad. This person is screwed. But what it's actually like is, and that's harder to, it's harder to understand apathy than it is to understand anger. So that's my vote. Also, did y'all like my gremlin voice? I hope it didn't break the mic. So, but yeah, the job market is brutal, and that's how ATSs generally work. Obviously, there is no one-size-fits-all solution or one-size-fits-all rule, but in general, most ATSs are going to work like that. See, I don't know who started the AI one, but there is. I do know who started the ghost jobs. So I'm not going to say whether ghost jobs are real or not. I haven't done them. But if you look at every single thing that references ghost jobs, it goes back to 3 websites in particular. Resume Builder, My Perfect Resume, or Clarify Capital. Those are the only ones that are doing it. Every single one leads back to this. So, oh, Skeletor? Yeah, Skeletor. Yeah, I'll get you, He-Man. That makes sense. But yeah, it is easier to blame AI. But it's just, I have found that in general, and this is not a recruiter thing, this is just a human thing, is that if people would rather attribute malice to apathy, and that's unfortunately the case, is I don't care, right? Like, I can't care that these 999 people didn't get a job. I can only care about the one person I do get a job. That is, again, why I started this channel, is because I can actually directly help people. And I am a very good recruiter. I consider myself a good recruiter. But I can count on less than 2 hands the amount of times I have probably truly changed somebody's life as a recruiter. It just doesn't happen. And that's why every time I see like a recruiter online being like, I care about this and I do that, and it's like, I feel like you can't. And I wish that wasn't the case. I don't want to be like, that's why I do this, is so I can give back, because I have to be apathetic as a recruiter. It's in the job. It's the only way to succeed. And you do not make people, like, if you become a recruiter to get people jobs, you're going to fail. And I wish that wasn't the case. But I that is my personal belief, because every time I've seen somebody try to recruit like that, it always blows up in their face. And it blew up in my face. I believe that too. I'm like, I'm going to get people jobs. I'm going to be the best. And realistically, what happens is you're going to get somebody like a couple of percentage pay bumps. And that's usually the case. Sometimes you can truly make a difference in a life, and I've done that. But again, after 5 years of recruiting, plus, it's been on like less than 2 hands. Maybe 3 or 4 that I've truly made a big difference. So, yeah. I don't want to be depressing, but like that's just the case. But I really do want to know who thought the whole AI thing, because people, even before AI, they were still sort of blaming this kind of stuff. Oh boy, this one is going to be an issue. Okay. Next resume. This is... So, let's see. That's fine. What do they want? Oh man, they need to not do this. Software developer general, down for front or back end, does not matter. Although that sounds weird saying that out loud. All right, that doesn't matter. You can't do that. All right. Yeah. By the way, for next week, I am gonna make this section bigger because this is way too hard to see. I checked it on my cell phone. This is a nightmare. I'm debating like cutting off the bottom of a resume maybe and putting it there. So you're making a difference online though, and I think the Yuku algorithm is getting you out there. I think it is too, and I do think I'm making a difference. That is specifically also why I do not charge. Is I consider myself a recruiter first, while this is really more of a career counselor, and I don't want to get money from candidates for placing them. That seems anathema to a recruiter. But yeah, I do believe I'm making a difference here. I do know. That is why I did this, is so that I could make a difference and I could get attention, because I like attention and I like helping people. And if I can help people and get attention, all the better. So, which really, if people are like, why did you start a Twitch? I'm like, you have to like attention. I cannot see anybody starting a Twitch not wanting attention. The boss left the office. All right, then it's free to do whatever. Time to be... I don't even know what that means. All right. Let's see. This is fine. All right, let me do this resume. All right, this is I don't know. People need to stop doing this. They say front end or back end or full stack. You cannot have that. You need to pick a stack besides interns. If you're not an intern and you're a software developer, when I'm reviewing your resume and when you submit it, you need to pick. You cannot say, oh, I'll do whatever, because a generalized resume will always fail. Generalist resumes fail. They will never succeed. So I already know this is going to fail because you did not tell me which one you want. So, but let's see what else you're looking for. You are, yep, here it is. Your ratio is 150 plus to 1. That's why. They're looking for a new software world. I believe I'm still as a new grad as I'm looking for a job with 1 year of experience. That's kind of fair. Typically, it's 2 years as a break point. My goal is FANG. I'm not a FANG recruiter, which isn't a FANG anymore. It's like McGarg or whatever. And that you can potentially go to the US. Any help is appreciated. Okay, so I think you're in Canada. Yeah, you're in Canada. So if you're looking to go from Canada to the US, in the US, you need to make sure you have a work authorization first. I'm not an immigration lawyer. I do not know what that would be. So you need to make sure you can legally work in the US before you can legally work in the US. What that would be for a Canadian, I don't know. I've heard it's actually very easy, but I don't know how it works for our neighbors up north. So, but let's at least fix the resume, and I'm going to assume that this is a United States one. So this is fine. 2 sections, that's good. Up here, this is okay. I know you deleted that, that's fine. This doesn't help. This is not helping you because managers don't like it when you list everything. You listed Java, JavaScript, TypeScript, Python, C, C#, and SQL. That is a yellow flag, basically, and it is typically something that people do right out of college because that's where they learn all that stuff. But don't do that. Skill sections are usually not good. Also, the formatting is not great. This should be 1 line and also it should not be bolded. But optimize payroll application, increasing employee accuracy speeds by 57%. I don't care about that. And implemented dynamic storage support, eliminating resources. I'm falling asleep and I don't need any of that information. Created automated test fixtures using C# and SQL. Yay, that one's good. I don't know why you bolded this stuff because it's not needed. Stop bolding everything. Collaborate with cross-functional teams. I know I say cross-functional a lot, but for a software engineer, it's not really as necessary. Cross-functional is not a real keyword. For data science, it kind of is, but not for necessarily software engineering. So, test strategies, engineer, 3-post, React, TypeScript, okay, Jest, blah, 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 blah. Okay, here's why this resume doesn't work. A, it's a generalized resume. Generalized resumes do not work. You need to pick a stack. Pick a stack, front end, back end, or full stack. The keywords for each of those are different. And in all of this, right, all of this, I have seen 1 keyword, 2 keyword, 3 keyword, 4 keyword, 5 keyword, 6 keyword, 7 keywords. Except they're not the right one, because if you're doing C#, you may want .NET or something else involving Microsoft. If you're doing TypeScript, you want JavaScript, HTML, and CSS. If you're doing the React is fine though. Azure is fine. So yeah, none of your keywords work. This is too broad. You cannot have a broad resume. It never works. I've never seen a generalized resume work. You need to pick one. You cannot just say, yeah, I'll be front end or back end or full stack. Because right now you have like a quarter of the keys for each of them, and none of them are going to work. The React is fine. The API is fine. And here you have Java too. Kafka, there's just not enough. Projects, there's too much bolding. I cannot find it. So yeah, this resume would not pass because you do not have enough to meet any of them. It would not pass for full stack, front end, or back end. That's why you need to be specific. If you want, you can have 3 resumes. That's fine. Use 1 for full, 1 for front, 1 for back. But I don't have the keywords for those because they're different. I could not move forward with this. It does not work. Regardless of FANG, because again, I'm not a FANG recruiter. You also bolded too much, so your formatting is a little bit off, and you bolded too much, and you don't have the right keywords. So this is a rejection for me, but I don't think it's going to take you an incredible amount of time to fix it. So please resubmit, fix it, make it clearer. Remember, a boring resume is best. I know that doesn't sound right, but the more basic it is, the better. You do not stand out for your resume. You stand out in the interview. The interview, you need to shine like a diamond in the sun. Thank you, Rihanna. But not in the resume. In the resume that sticks out gets rejected. So let's move to the next resume. Let's see. Sorry, my mind is very deep fried. I can't keep my professionalism. All right. I came across this, Millie. Is this legitimate? I can't find any others. For Canadians, Twitch chatter unleashes me. For Canadian, also we're gonna have an ad break, so I may answer this after. For Canadians, it's easy if you have a BSc or MS in computer. For others, yeah, I do know Canadians a lot easier. There any issue for putting the same thing that are in the resume into LinkedIn profiles? KRK, you actually should do that. You should put what is in your resume on your LinkedIn profile, even if the formatting is a little off, because that way that does allow recruiters to Boolean search you. So you should basically duplicate your resume on your LinkedIn. It's funny because you haven't even gotten to my resume. Based on what you're saying, I think, oh my god, it's gonna get eviscerated. Probably. So, okay, what did you link me? All right, we'll be right back in a bit, but what is this? Hiring process was started, I think it's job scan, yeah. Okay, ATS uses ATS, detected ATS for 98%. I mean, it did not have detectable, which means they use property systems in-house. Yeah, number hasn't changed. That makes sense. ATS distribution. Workday is the most popular. Taleo usage decreasing. Good. And Taleo is not a fan. AC usage. That makes sense. General ATS distribution. Okay, what jobs you need to know if you're an aggregator, blood filter, educator, optimizer. That's a lie. Alright, they're lying. This is why. This is a company. What does this company do? JobScan? Optimize. Yeah, that's why they're saying this. They're trying to spread fear. As long as your resume is a PDF or Word doc, you're fine. Also, this is Indeed. This is Indeed's thing. Business analyst, you must include this title. Yeah, that's... They're trying to sell you something. That's why. I mean, they've got the right... They get the wrong formula, but the right answer, because you do need the keywords and qualifications, but it's not specifically because of the ATS. It's because of the recruiter. Also, my normal streaming schedules are Monday and Wednesday, 11 a.m. PST, and then Tuesday, 3 p.m. PST. Those are... Usually I go for about 3 hours. Although, again, later this month I'm going to be gone for a week, but that's in a couple of weeks. Yeah, here, this is wrong. The ATS will... As long as your resume is a PDF format, you're fine. Or Word doc. Start with a clear organized layout. Professional summary. Nope, don't care about professional summaries. Formatting simple. Yeah, they just want more clicks. That's why. I mean, this is probably correct in that this is the distribution, because Workday is one of the most popular ATSs, followed probably by Greenhouse. And then Taleo is losing track, which I'm glad. I did not like Taleo. I liked ADP, actually. ADP was my favorite, but Workday did have benefits. Some recruiters look at the survey by Harvard Business School revealed that more than 90% of all your... Okay, the initial filter or rank potential middle skills candidates by criteria. Yeah, but that's after they view them. See, I feel like they're... Oh boy, this one I cannot get into. This is too deep. So yeah, I mean, I get it, Miley, but they're trying to sell you something, right? Like, they're trying to sell you their job scan thing. Because this is a cherry-picked thing, too. I mean, this is true that a recruiter may not see your application, but that's because the order you implied. An ATS can be used to search for candidates. Yeah, but typically most recruiters don't do this because it doesn't work. You can search for previous candidates that were submitted to the company using a Boolean string, but I've never had any luck with that, so not a lot of recruiters do. Some, but not most. Q brand identity. Yeah, I mean, this is just a Boolean search. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, this is they're trying to spread fear. I mean, weirdly enough, they kind of got some of the stuff right, but it's by accident. So they're trying to spread fear, which is the same thing, like I said over here, which is all of the ghost job things. They all go back to these three. Every single one, if you dig deeper into an article on a ghost job, it goes back to these three things. And Clarify Capital, I think, is a resume thing. My Perfect Resume is also a resume thing. And this is a resume builder. So I don't want to say ghost jobs don't exist, because there are scams. But I don't want to say, like, I feel like they're not as big of an issue as people think they are. That's so that's the bunch of vibe. Yeah, I mean, look, if anybody ever says, here's how to get past the ATS, they're wrong. You can immediately drop them if they say your formatting needs to do X to get past the ATS. So they're lying. They're wrong. That's not how it works. And while yes, there are AI ATSs, they're very rare in the market. Now, in 2 to 3 years from now, this might be a different topic. But right now, in the current market, on February 5th, that is not the case. So now, I will say ATSs will garble your resume, but as long as you submit it in a PDF, we can just look at the resume itself, which a lot of us do. A lot of us don't even look at a lot of those things. We just go directly to the resume. So yeah, no worries. That is what this channel is for, is to dive into topics like this. Resumes I do because that is the most popular thing and it gets me views on YouTube, but I will help with other stuff. Getting past the ATS is like the real life equivalent of download more RAM. Yeah, basically. And I think the funny part is, using my method, even if there is an AI, it'll probably still make you better. So, and like, I know one thing, I once used something that said it had AI, and I looked in deeper, and I think it was just people from the Philippines doing it. So a lot of the stuff, the AI isn't actually AI, it's still humans doing it, which was kind of interesting. So, all right, this is the story of a girl. Oh, admin assistant. This was, I forgot who this is, but I know you wanted me to do this. So a lot of people want to get hired, so there's an opportunity money made. Yeah, no, it's the panacea, right? Like, it's a magical panacea, which is what they're selling you. So as somebody who has been in pyramid schemes before, what they're trying to do is they want to say, this is your problem, here's your magical solution for it. And unfortunately, there is no magical solution to your problem. The solution is hard work, luck, and skill. And I wish there was better. So the more AI dependent we are, the more data jobs we need. That's fair. So anybody ever, this is just a general rule, that is saying I can fix all your problems, it's immediately sus. And I can't. That's why I can't, even on resumes that are good, I'm like, you're still going to probably have a 1 to 20. Like, the best ratio I think I've ever seen was Clem's, but that's because he's in a hot market and his resume's good, and that's like a 1 in 6. So, which, props to you, Clem. You're going to make it bank. So, all right. Admin assistant. I know off the top of my head, this is going to be Excel, Word, Doc, but I still want to look at this. And I think I know this off the top of my head, but I just double check. We always got to double check. So, there is any filtering by the what is your expected salary? I mean, again, that's a human thing, right? That is a human thing. And this is, I think this is bad for recruiters, because you really do want to put the salary on there, because this just leads to wasted time on the recruitment side. But yeah, I mean, so there are knockout questions. I will say there are knockout questions. And like, as an example, a knockout question would be, Lee, you're a recruiter, you're applying for a recruiter role. Have you ever used an ATS before? And if I answered no, it would be a knockout. It doesn't matter what I said. So there are knockout questions. I want to be clear. but those are created by the manager specifically. And salary can be, because I mean, if you ask for 100, usually what you want to do is put what you think the range is and say negotiable, so they know that you're negotiable in it. Earlier about knowing tech stacks as an intern. What about data scientists, interns that are expected tech stack? I don't know them off the top of my head. I would have to search them again, Firebrand. My guess would be Pythons and SQL would be the biggest ones, but again, I'd have to double check. So this is also what I want to get people into the habit of learning to do this right here. What I'm doing for this admin assistant is this. So like, look at an admin one, scroll down to the qualifications. Wow, they need a bachelor's. They needed associates. That's actually interesting. Associates, they need PeopleSoft. Okay, PeopleSoft is probably rarer, but they need this. This I know. Experience with federal grants, communication, customer service is one. So this is what I want to get people to start doing, is because this is how you decide this. So you're going to have to basically do data science intern and then look at a bunch of these and then see what's what. Oh, gross. What are you doing? Career group. Why? Ew. Ew, 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 ew. Ew, 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 ew. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this so much. Ugh. Be better, please. Okay. Zoom, Teams, what else? 360, executive assistant. Executive assistant can be the equivalent. Telephone, qualifications, multitasking, time management, communication. Bilingual. Ooh, yeah, bilingual is a bonus. Bilingual? Bonus. It is so hard to actually find bilingual candidates. It just as a general rule, it's a nightmare. Anytime somebody lists their bilingual stuff up top or trilingual or whatever, it's always good. And I'm always impressed with people that are able to learn other languages, because like I only know English, and even then sometimes that's suspect. So I'm always very impressed with you know, who can actually learn other languages, because I'm not really able to. I'm terrible at it. Mainly because of the dyslexia, because it's actually a verbal thing as well as a written thing, which is what a lot of people don't always understand. Clients, coworkers, under stress, at least should be the equivalent. Which is also why I said the one thing you should never trust me on is spelling. Never, never trust me on spelling. Driver's license. Maybe. A lot of them do see this. Data entry, past experience. Well, small driver's license. Let's see. Executive assistant. Also, I want to let everybody know, if you do want to support me, if you do have an Amazon Prime account, you get a free Twitch sub once per month. So I will not ask you to pay money for this, but if you're already an Amazon Prime user, you get a free Twitch sub, and I would like you to use that on me. But again, don't pay actual money for it unless you already have it by being subscribed to Amazon. So that is my marketing thing that I will say. That can support me, and it doesn't cost you anything because you're already paying for it. So, but other than that, don't spend money on me. So, because I will never feel comfortable asking people that don't have a job for that. So, but that's why I'm okay with the free Prime sub, because you already have it and it's once per month. So, Microsoft Excel, admin assistance, detail and accuracy. Yeah, there it is. Detail and accuracy. Detail, accuracy. This is the part where spelling does matter, which you should not trust me on. Okay. I think that's good. This was a person in chat, right? I know you said it already. My mind is already gone. My brain no not work like that. I know you're in chat, I think. Okay, that's good, that's good. And what else did they say? I'm applying for similarly worded titles such as clerical and executive. I'm only applying for jobs who feel like I have a ton of experience. Thank you for reviewing this. They have a 1 in 100. Okay. Alrighty. And This is the final video of this series, but I'm still streaming after this. So, for the final resume of this video, we have an admin assistant. So, they have a 100-to-1 ratio, which is not good. They should be getting more than that as an admin assistant. They are applying to similarly worded titles such as clerical assistant and executive assistant. Yes, those are similar. I will say there's a couple of keywords that are different. Executive assistant is going to have calendars and calendar management as a keyword that admin assistant may not have. But they're only applying to jobs they think they have experience in. Okay, so as an admin assistant, you're going to need the following. You're going to need either a high school diploma or a degree or an associate. Some of them ask for them. It's going to vary, so just make sure you have the education there. Then we are going to need MS Office, Word, Excel, Outlook, customer service, Zoom and Teams, and more particularly multitasking and time management. They want to know how you can handle a lot of stuff, especially under pressure. And bilingual, if you're a bonus. And a lot of them did make sure they had a valid driver's license. So you don't need to put your whole license on there. That's kind of weird. You can just say valid driver's license, right? That's fine. Detail and accuracy. So what we're going to be looking for is you've used software that is common in corporate, which is going to be Word, Excel, Outlook, PowerPoint, PDF. We're also going to make sure that you can do multiple tasks under a time constraint and to make sure that you have a lot of accuracy, especially in spelling. So in a lot of other resumes, there are spelling errors, but it's not a huge deal, right? Like if you're a software engineer, maybe you misspell something, it's going to happen. I've usually not seen it held against them, but in an admin assistant role, that could be an instant disqualification. So your spelling needs to be impeccable and you need to have somebody else peer review this afterwards. So your formatting is off. This doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. But Lee, you said deadlines and adaptability is important. Yes, but you need to show me. You cannot tell me. This is a problem with all of these things. Key skills are only really for hard skills. You cannot really do this for soft skills. So this entire section of your resume is largely wasted. And then your education, certs, high school here. Yeah, I do need to see your education, right? It's okay to just put up top, just put education real quick. Your bolding is off, so the formatting's off. But let's look at the actual bullet points here. So it already fails on a formatting perspective, but bullet points maybe. This should be one line. Complete registration and eligibility on non-central scheduled patients, research patients. Okay, don't care. Insert incoming calls for registration and use work list to ensure all criteria complete for the patient arrives for appointment. This is okay, but I need to know how. Remember, it's what, which is the keyword or qualification, how, which is how you did it, and why you did it. Right here, this does not tell me the what. I don't know what keywords you use for this. You could just say, answered incoming calls while entering data into Word, Excel, or Outlook so before the patient arrives. That would be a good sentence. Right now, it's nothing. Enter insurance information obtained. Okay, again, what did you use to enter it? Correct, entered, did you mean corrected? Also, everything should be past tense. Even if you still work there, everything needs to be past tense. Work queues, electronic, quality control, epic system, that can be one. Accuracy, this is a fine sentence, but no one's going to go all the way down here. Yeah, you have a formatting and bullet points issue. I don't think they're going to really know what SQL is for this type of role, I'll be honest. Also, you've only there for like less than a year. And the timeline is off. If anything, you may want to just delete this. I would just delete this. It's actually more confusing than anything. Data information, data question for executive management, that's fine. Yeah, there's no way this would pass. The formatting's off. This should be deleted. And again, I need to see this. I need to see what, which is that keyword up there. I need to see how, which is how you used it, and why you used it. So I don't want to see correct information. I want to say clients would call me on the phone, and while they were speaking, I was entering their information into Word, Excel, and that, so that by the time they arrived, they would have a faster time or something. That's how I want you to write that. Right now, this is why you've gotten 100 to 1, is there's nothing here that really works. Use my format, and truthfully, you probably need to just delete all of this and redo it. Because I don't see almost anything here I need. Yeah, because like no one's going to go this far down. It's okay to have the lengthy resume, but again, I need the most important part of your resume is the first half. So this kind of fails on all points. I wish I had a better thing to say than that, but it just kind of does. You need better bullet points, you need better formatting, and that's basically all there is to it. But like with your experience, you should be getting more interviews. It's specifically because of your resume, because this is strong actual experience. I really like a lot of this. And honestly, I don't know if you need the business analyst stuff. Like if you're applying for clerical things, just delete this. It makes your experience look better too, because it makes the timeline better. So yeah, that I need better bullet points. I need better formatting, and I need you to delete these business analyst positions. So that's it for this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if this helped you out, and I will see you all on the next video. All right, back. Whose was this? I know you were in chat, and my brain is not working right. It was admin assistant. It was Love. That was you, Love. Okay, this is you, Love. I think it was you. I hope you're still here. I hope you saw that. Don't mean to rage on you, but I want to make sure you actually seen that. But I think that was you. So I'm going to give you a minute or two to ask so that we can fix it. But it is a formatting and bullet point issue. But if those entries are deleted, wouldn't it cause red flags? Why would it? No. Okay, so here's the thing. Gaps are not as big of a problem as you think they are. Plus, it wouldn't cause a gap because you've been here from July 2016 to May 2021, and you've been here from May 2021 to present. If you delete these, there's still no gap because you've been here, which you then moved immediately into here. At least that's what you wrote. Like, I'm not sure where the gap is. Yeah, like, if anything, this makes it worse because it looks awkward. Yeah, no worries. So, like delete the business analyst, and then we need to make better bullet points. Again, the formatting is not good at all, but a bigger problem is always the bullet points. And you have a lot of experience here, too. So, like, I don't want to see complete registration. I want to see something like... Also, would it be better if this is in dark mode for y'all? Would dark mode be better for you on this? I think you can do it, but I do want to know to make sure that that's more legible if this is, instead of this giant glaring screen. But like, let's see, we have this complete registration. I would say completed. How would we rewrite this? So this was a hospital. At X hospital, I would take, is it clients or patients information via the phone and in person, where I would multitask by entering that data into X while performing customer service, while keeping them engaged, keeping them engaged and calm. Like, this would be a fine calm while I scheduled them and in person very multi-display. Here we go. Well, where I would multitask by keep entering their data into X, keeping them engaged, and scheduling them for their input, and scheduling them along with answering any questions. Okay, so this is a better bullet point. Also, spelling, no, but here, right? At X hospital, I would take patients' information via the phone, via both phone and in person, where I would, you don't even say multitask actually, where I would enter that data into X while keeping them engaged and scheduling them along with answering any questions they may have. So at X hospital, so here, we can even do this. I would take patients' information via the phone or in person or face-to-face or face-to-face while entering that their data, their information / data, whatever you want to put, into X, keeping them engaged, and scheduling them. Performing their scheduling duties. So scheduling, let's see, scheduling, what would I say? So I would take patients' information via the phone or face-to-face while entering information into X, keeping them engaged, scheduling them for their appointments. For their, I don't remember which, their appointments, and answering any questions they may have. This, I don't remember which there you need to use, so please double check that. But this hits so many of them, right? That hits, if you can put MS Office, that puts their thing. That shows that you multitask. That shows you can time manage. That shows that you can do customer service. That shows that you have details and accuracy. Boom. Already, that hits almost everything. And that should be your intro sentence right here. And then the rest of them you can do, like, you know, while entering agent's information, I did Excel or whatever. So does that make sense, love? Okay, so that would be your intro one. And then the rest of them, I just need to say, like, used Excel and Word to create documents for X and Y. If you are applying to executive assistants, you want a slightly different resume. They are very big on scheduling and calendar management. But beyond that, those are basically the others would be fine. So that is what I want you to write it. And that's how I want you to write that. Also, please use my formatting. This is how I want it to read. And you do need your education. A lot of them did want education, even if it's high school. So use this. Put your education up top. If it's an associate's, if it's a bachelor's, if it's a high school, that's fine. They did want it. Then use this formatting. Everything here is 10.5 Arial, and nothing is bolded except for this, this, and this. And you should be getting a lot of interviews, because with your experience and the large amount of, and having recruited for these types of positions, I'm pretty sure you're going to get a lot of it. Because look, they actually, it's not very heavy. The reason you're getting rejected is mainly because of your resume. Like, you can even apply to jobs that are kind of old and you still may be getting it. So, because, like, look at this. Remote receptionist over 5 days ago was 100, and that's remote. And it's very tough to get a remote job. So, that should be it. Is there any other things you want about this resume in particular? Or is that good and we can move on to the next and maybe final for this stream? You know what? Let's see. I can do an ad snooze. Yeah, I'll do a little bit more. I can do a little bit more. I'm still not sleepy. But do stick with me for the raid. It's very beneficial for the raid to help. What about the next job below it? Okay, so remember we're deleting the business analysts? Yeah. Write it in the same format, right? Data quality, facility, image custody. This is data. I need to know more about the data, right? So, not facilitated inmate releases. What? Scheduled inmate releases, transfers of custody, documented inbound inmates into our X system while processing all bail payments. Like, I need to know. Also, how many words per hour can you write? I was about to say miles per hour. Schedules court hearings. Again, I need to. You're not telling me what the keyword is, and you're not really telling me how you used it. You're just showing me the result. So I need more, right? Like, what did you use to facilitate inmate releases? What documents? You could also say facilitated inmate releases by ensuring grammatical accuracy and of all documentations, right? Like, that's fine. They want to know that you're good at grammar. So, like, that would be also good. But I don't see how you've spelled things correctly. Like, manage secure jail access, I don't really care about. But here, proofread all incoming arrest reports for accuracies on details, confirm probable cause and amended charges for district attorneys, while archiving all indentured justice. This is good. This is actually a good bullet point because it shows you have grammatical accuracy. Like, you actually don't necessarily need this part. You could just keep this. Proofread all incoming arrest reports for accuracies on details. Accuracy on details, confirm probable cause and amended changes for approval by the ex-district office. That's fine. This is how you do it. This is a fine part of the sentence. The rest of it is not necessary. Yeah, here, maintain records is also fine. This is good. I want you to write the rest of it like this and the one I did. These are good bullet points. I do need Excel. I do need Word. I do need PDF. Like, you have under stress and time management, but I don't see the common office tools. Because, like, look, admin assistant over here, and then we can even do and real quick. I may get cut off with an ad, but I'll show you after if that's the case. And let's do admin assistant. Here, I can do it like this. And out of the 49K admin assistants, how many of them have Excel? Only 10%. That's actually less than I thought. Oh, because this is hitting just admin. That's why. Let's try this. Yeah, half of them basically. Yeah, it's okay to repeat some keywords. That's fine. That's okay to repeat keywords to illustrate proficiency. You got it exactly right. It's okay. You don't want every bullet point to have it, but, you know, it's okay to do it 2 to 3 times. That's fine. All right, yeah, no worries. Yeah, it's in at least a quarter, so you definitely need that. Awesome, and then resubmit, and then I will help you out, because it's an iterative process. So, it is absolutely an iterative process. Okay, yeah, no worries. That is what I'm here for. I'm here to help. That is my job. So, let's see. I think the ad is about to hit. This ad always gaslights me. I have no idea when it's actually coming out. It really bugs me because I never know. It's like, are you doing it now? I don't know. You need to tell me. There it is. Now we're doing it. All right, I'll be right back. Admin assistant. Okay. Hide row. Quality assurance team lead and customer assurance domain. All right. Well, that's gonna be tough to. Oh no! Broke my formatting. Oh no! I'm sorry, y'all. I broke my formatting. Okay. I'm gonna have to fix this in a minute. Alright, that was generic person, this was 75, okay, generic person was 75M, and then let's do the rest of this, because I broke my own formatting. This is the story of a girl. Okay, software developer general. Okay, this is... Come on, give me a wider view, please. Broke everything on the back end. I'll have to fix this after. That's fine. I'll just fix this after. All right. So we have a quality assurance team lead and customer. Jeez Louise, that's a lot. All right. You know what? I should have skipped that ad and then maybe have ended the stream, but I'll do one more at least. I don't like ending this on an ad. Okay. So this is a nightmare. That's not formatting right. All right, let's see. This is, I have years of experience in customer experience domain and really not optimistic, but I have no choice but continue to upskill in data science. Quality assurance team lead. Wouldn't this be more of a customer success manager? The problem with this is that the title is very broad, because quality assurance is different than quality assurance team lead and customer experience domain. Like, whoop, that's JavaScript. I think that's JavaScript. I don't need it. Are you in chat right now? If you put this in, I actually kind of hope you are, because I'm not fully sure. Yeah, this is a bad job. Not all job descriptions are good. This is not one of the good ones. Gosh, quality assurance team lead. This might be it. Like, okay, I actually have to look at this resume real quick to make sure that I'm in the right ballpark. So this is done. This is... I'm assuming that's a fake number. Is this anybody's resume? I'm not sure how to... Okay. I think it's just quality assurance. This is also a nightmare. Alrighty. Okay. Let's... Well, this is gonna be a topic. Alright. Quality assurance, I think. That is for... Wow, this is actually for LA. I could probably... Where are they? I could probably go up and be like, hey, bro, your job description's bad. This is why you're not getting it. Quality assurance tester? Are they a tester? No. I need my template. They need my template. Use my template. Oh my god for this. Okay. They are a... compliance. And every job is different. I don't even... I can't even tell what their job is. Okay, I can't even find this because it's very different. I have to just review this blind. I don't like this because this person is waiting, but I don't know how else to do this. My god. Okay. And they have unknown. They have years of experience, going to be not optimistic field, but data science. Okay. Maybe I could put a data science. There we go. Okay. So this is data science. Please be in chat and tell me, because I am very baffled by everything in this resume. This is confusing the hell out of me. Okay. Well, that's... It's maybe a language barrier. I'm assuming they're outside the United States. Yeah, they're outside of the United States, so this may be a language barrier. But this is what I got. That's a fake number at least, but oh boy. We are reviewing for today's resume review. I actually don't know. They said they wanted a quality assurance team lead in customer experience domain. I could not find that. And in addition, I had to look at this real quick to make sure I was in the right job description. I truly don't know. I don't know what you're looking for. Because this may be a language difference because you're outside the United States. So I don't actually know the job title you're looking for. So I cannot look up the previous qualifications and keywords. You did say you wanted to move into data science, and those I did put up. So these are data science keywords. Which are R, Python, SQL, Cloud, Machine Learning, Pandas, NumPy, Scikit-learn, Modeling, Hypothesis, Testing, Experimental Design, Visualization Tools, Cassandra, Hadoop, Spark, Tableau, CI/CD, Complex Technical concepts to non-technical stakeholders. So that is what I'd be looking for data science. I actually don't know what I'm going to be looking for this. So I think we're going to focus mostly on formatting because, as people can see, this is a formatting issue. So I'm the Headless Headhunter. I review resumes. If you like this content, please like, comment, and subscribe. And let's see if we can't help this person out. So I don't see anything I'd be looking for data science. Power BI actually is one of them. And dashboards is, but everything else I don't see. I don't see SQL. I don't see NumPy. I don't see Skigit or anything else. So let's focus on the formatting, because I see nothing I need for data science besides dashboards and BI, which is good, but I need more. None of this works. Never do a 2-column resume. I don't think the entire time I've been recruiting I have ever seen a 2-column resume be better than a single-column resume. So what I'd like you to do is go to my website and download this. This is the type that I want you to use. I want you to use this template. Now, with the disclosure that, again, I am not a recruiter, and I assume based on this language is India. I may be wrong. I don't know. I assume this is India. So I've never actually recruited in India, but even then, I still believe this would probably help you out with this formatting. So everything here is 10.5 Arial. The only things you bold are education certificate and work history and your first last name. And then this, you don't need citizenship status because you're in India, and I don't know how that works over there. So, but then you need to write bullet points better, because 8 out of 100 chosen applicants for Hyperloop project, why? I don't know what this is. You just told me why you were picked, This doesn't tell me anything. Using spreadsheets in Power BI. Again, what kind of spreadsheets? Was it Excel? Excel can be a keyword. Analyze chat email trends, providing actionable insight to leadership and cross-functional teams. Cross-functional leadership is good, but like, what kind of actionable insight? Like, you don't tell me enough. Your bullet points aren't terrible, I'll be honest, but no one's going to read this with the formatting. This is a nightmare. I'm pretty sure you're missing some of the keywords, but remember, how I want this to read is like this. I want it to be this way, all right? Then here, this one is the summary of your job duties. I do not know what you do. You need to tell me your job in very basic tenets. I want you to pretend you are giving a speech to a bunch of 8-year-olds, and you have to explain to them what your job is. That is how simple I want this explanation. Then everything else is what, keyword qualification, how you used it, and the result of using it. Such as used Excel to create documentation that was used by company stakeholders to make financial decisions for end-of-year reports. And then change the formatting to this, because this is not helping you. Double column never works. Summary doesn't really work. And yeah, there's too many things here that I don't even know what to do. Like, it doesn't... Boring is best in resumes. So I wish I could tell you some other stuff. I can't. There's nothing here I couldn't find your actual job title, because again, it may be a difference in understanding of the language barrier, but formatting wise, I can't help you, and this is terrible formatting wise. Fix the formatting alone and you will have some much better. So that's all I can really do on this one. Let's go to the next resume. All right, that was a bit of a nightmare. But again, I think that it may be the difference in India and United States recruiting, because I've never recruited in India. So I just haven't, and there are differences, and unfortunately, I do not know those off the top of my head. So, or even not the top of my head. I do not know. But is there any last minute questions that y'all want to have? Because I am going to start to raid another channel. So let's raid this channel. I do not know why, but I will answer any other questions before that. So let's give ourselves a couple of seconds, and please do raid, because it's very beneficial for me and the other people as well. Let's see. I know who we're rating. I know exactly who we're rating. We are rating Nhan Codes. She is awesome. She has, I've gotten a couple of people from her, and I want to give back. So, now is your chance. I will be back Monday at 11 a.m. My normal schedule is Monday, Wednesday, 11 a.m. PST for about 3 hours. Tuesday, 3 p.m. for about 3 hours as well. So thank you all for joining me. I very much appreciate it. And let us raid. Let us raid them. Oh, I clicked the wrong button. Okay, now we're doing the raid. There we go. So yeah, thank you all for joining me, and I will see you next time. And I will say hi to Bear. Bear, you got somebody to say hi to. Yeah, because your butt's all the way down there, hiding under the bed again. Because you're weird, dog. You're a weird dog. But I love you. So, All right. And we're getting ready in 3, 2, 1. And thank you, everybody, as well. I will see you Monday.